Oi, oi, flat earth British, Martinliedtke speaking. Double flat thumbs to infinity thrice. Just testing out a new microphone. One of those things that I used in the past. Just testing out a new microphone. Fucking hell, that's good. Had a few complaints of high-pitched sounds. Ugh. Fucking hell, that's good. Super fantastic. Great. Welcome to you all, guys. I am feeling very, very truthy at this moment in time, and I'm really buzzing that all the peeps are here in the chat. We've got all of the gang in. Do you feel fantastic, guys? This is the time when we shine bright now, guys. This is the time when we come into our own. They can't get no more stupid because they lost control. They are literally shitting themselves because they know, even though nobody's going to say it aloud, but I will. I'll say it aloud. This realm's ours, and we're taking it back. They don't like that thought. They don't like that thought at all, and it's going to happen. So I don't know, many of you out there feel that you may be chosen for something specific in this realm. The chosen ones, maybe. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like that all of them with that weird stuff swimming around in their bodies, something's really bad's going to come of all of that, and that's going to leave all of us, purebloods, in a certain position in this realm, wouldn't you say? We got a lot in this post, guys. It's going to be very, very juicy. I am buzzing to be back. I would have come back sooner, but the week's run away with me. I went to a friend's funeral. That battered 2 days and a bit of research time. But the good news is, Flat Earth British think tank are triple fantastic in a massive way, guys. You wouldn't even believe it. They're going to be pulling their hair out right now. They're not going to be happy with me. They're trying to corner me. I'm getting like copyrighted every single day. I think they want me to be quiet. I'm not actually sure yet. They want me to be quiet. So I won't be. I will be more vocal and I'll put on more content than you can possibly fucking imagine and do everything you don't want me to do, because that's the type of person I am. How do you feel about that? I know. Hold your head. Oh, I know. I'm really annoying, aren't I? You'll have no idea how annoying we can be. And we will fucking break this to fix it and put it back right. This is ridiculous, guys. How much shit do we actually have to put up with? They got to fuck right off and quick. And they think that we can't manage as a peoples together, do they? And we don't know how to get on. And all of our problems are them. They're our enemies. We're being terrorized, gaslit, and poisoned with everything by them, guys. It's nuts on an extreme level. Okay, so don't ever doubt yourselves. Don't ever doubt your faith in what is the outcome of all of this, guys, because I know deep down in my heart that everything that I actually thought is coming. Anyway, I'm going to do a post on the weekend. I didn't realize we were on a Thursday. I seen Master Disaster. Yeah, well, I'm good at some things. But Dave got away from me. I actually thought it was Wednesday. It seems that it's Thursday. So I don't know where the rest of the week's gone, but there you go. So we're going to talk about some of the research. I have been researching a lot, and I got something to show you on the weekend. I've got a message for you all on the weekend. You probably don't want to miss that, and a load of juice as well, because I have been doing a lot of work and got my shit together to be able to think, which is always a good thing. You know, they tried to sidetrack my Brian with, you know, head fuckeries, and it doesn't seem to be working. No, it's not working at all. Look at me. Let's give a few of you shouts, let a few people pile in. Okay, Truth Unveiled. Hello there, sweetness. I've linked up all of that Bitcoin stuff in the bottom below for Flat Earth Coin, because that seems to be the thing. They do want that, don't they? They do want a cashless society and all of the rest. We know how this is going. I'm going to run down a lot of the information of all of these dialectics, the way that they play this shit out through this post, guys. Some clear messages throughout. Feel sort of, how can I say, divinely operated today by the Most High. That's how I feel. So Double plus good. So, yeah, we're going to look into CERN. I've been looking into CERN, actually the area which CERN is built on, and some of the old maps, and studying Switzerland, if you like, because it's always been a question with me. You know, they escape all of these wars. And I included it in my last book a little bit about, you know, possible, you know, the capture of some sort of sacred item that they took from Jerusalem and set up the state of Jerusalem in 1300, April the 1st, with the added years, 1300 years, maybe possibly, the Gregorian Juliana switch, that the calendar probably could have started around that time, and there was a serious reset, probably on April 1st, I wrote in my first book as a possibility. But regardless, there's something very important about Switzerland and CERN. Now, CERN is a big question, and we're going to look at all of the ideas behind CERN. Obviously, this is only me, you don't have to go with this. I think that what they're saying they're doing with CERN, like smashing atoms and particles together to reenact the Big Bang and all of this bullshit with the unified field theory, and let's find Higgs boson so we can make an old fucking man cry palaver, which was ridiculous, by the way, to, you know, gather for the particle zoo of unknown bullshit we don't give a shit about, and possibly, they're saying, produce an antimatter for some sort of weapon along the way. The other side, they want you to think that they probably ended the world in 2012 and they've been running some sort of simulation since, hoping no one would notice. That could be a possibility. It is really strange. Biden, I think that's when it all went weird. As soon as hair sniffer Biden came in, I'm like, uh-oh, this place has gone really, really weird. It's not you. You're absolutely fine. We're saying it's them. And we're just working it all out, guys. Yeah. All has been a lie. All has been a lie. The history, all of it. The science is just... They don't practice the scientific model, guys. They don't practice independent variables, for example. They're just locked in a box. You speak outside it, you're gone. Like Tesla once said, which we're going to look into in this post again, you know, they will never allow a free energy device to be released on the market yet. Yes, I've got good evidence that free energy devices exist in the past and are in use today. But they won't let them be painted it, and they won't let all the people have it, because they want to lock you into slavery of bills. And now they're doing like this weird shit in Britain where, oh, half the chip shops in Britain are closed. Oh, the fuel's going to go up 35% throughout the winter. Oh, interest is going up 15%. Bollocks, bollocks. Who gives a flying fuck? You can do whatever you want because you're losing control. Well, we're taking it fucking back. We're kicking you all fucking out. We're going to get good people in, loving people. Loving people. Remember the realm with love. When they're not doing the love thing, as any of you noticed, no, they drop bombs on people, guys. They test shit on animals. They do all sorts of weird... They kill trees. I thought that gave attention. They do all sorts of weird shit, guys. And I'm not in it. I'm not even in the Matrix. I know which part of this I'm playing. And, you know, I got tipped off earlier. I had a non-audible voice. Really weird. They said, Martin, before you go live, go and check your electric. And I was like, no, actually. And it was playing on my mind. So I was like, yeah, okay. And I went and checked. There was 8 pence left in there. I had to press it. I was like, fuck me. I'd have lost all my electricity and the vlog would have gone off. And I had like a voice tell me that. Like my inner self or something else, whatever it was, tipped me off. And I've been getting like tipped off for like the last few days, actually, since I went to that funeral. And seen old school friends, and they knew nothing of me, and I can't really tell anybody anything about me. They wouldn't believe it anyway. They think I was just tripping. And I find this constantly, you know, that I can't really tell people about the stuff that we do because they would never buy it. They just do not believe it. So, and I don't want to get into any debates with any of them anyway, because they don't know anything about anything. Anyway, so we're going to look into CERN, and we're going to look into Starforts. Okay, now there's no denying, and I'll show you now, that the Large Hadron Bullshit Collider looks just like a Starfort. So does that. So do lots of bits of this. And this thing is a large ring magnet. And we're going to propose what they're doing. Okay, if they're not smashing atoms, because, you know, you can't really prove, say, a photon to me right here, right now, can you? Can you do a double split experiment in your bedroom? Show me interference pattern, that this, this duality of particle and waveform actually exists, because it's only just words out of a load of people who paid a fuck ton of money to say this shit, yeah? Can you prove quantum mechanics? Something is happening, obviously, and I will tell you and show you in this post. It is us. We are the manifestors of this realm. We collapse the wave function. We dictate reality. This place has always been our oyster and always will be. And we have the power to take it back. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that's exciting? Do you feel we should be scared, nervous about taking what is rightfully ours back? By a load of evil imposters that just got us as slaves for our entire lives, kill our families? What kind of world do you want for your children and your grandchildren? That's what you've got to think about. To me, to be complicit at this stage, knowing what we know, if you did know what you know and you're going with it, then I think you're going to be not really doing well on the karmic front. That is not a good thing. Okay, that is not a good thing to be compliant to them. It's, if Hillary, for example, yeah, they may be paid a fuck ton of money, but I tell you, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Karmically, what is coming down? For what? For the short term, what? Bit of money? For what exactly? For Lucifer? For what? You won't fucking get us. We're too powerful. And you won't quieten us either. That's not for you guys. That's for a message for they know. So we're going to think about Tesla. Now, there's not much information about Tesla, actually, guys. There's no video evidence of him. But I tell you one thing they have got is a load of fucking quotes, right? Now, were they there writing these quotes down? Are they published quotes? How do they know that this guy was actually saying these quotes? But they are really, really big clues to our reality. So I feel that it might be Tavistock, same old. And his broski, who is Samuel Langhorne Clement, popularly known as Mark Twain. I'm not so sure about this guy either, guys. He looks like an actor. He looks like he's part of the Hegelian dialectic and wrote in as a player by the Tavistock Institute. You're not there. When did Tesla actually come into the consciousness of people to talk about? Maybe 1980s, OMD song, Tesla's Girls. And then Tesla is the car that's released by the biggest fucking, well, it's this like guy who's really like, looks like shit. And he's got learning difficulties, Elon Musk. Yeah. So he makes a car. So it brings it into the forefront, and he's the other side of the Edison dialectic. You need two for the dialectic, you see. So we're going to think about that. We're going to, later on in the show, we're going to have a little giggle. And we're going to look at some awkward album covers from the 1970s. And they are really quite awkward. And we're going to have a look at them. They will be fantastic. Okay, I'm going to have a little giggle later on as well to break up the show. We're going to look at shipbuilding in the 1860s, some really early photographs. Now, remember, the first ironclad ships that were supposed to have come around were supposed to be around the 1865 mark, around the American Civil War, with the ironclads. Apparently, they were all wood, maybe copper-bottomed hulls, and in the navies prior to that time. So what does the photographic record show in 1860 of shipbuilding? We'll have a look at that. And later on, we're going to look at unboxing the Statue of Liberty. There's something definitely sinister and weird going on with that narrative. And if you look at the thumbnail, it really does look like a gun of some sort. The whole Starfort, Fort Wood and Liberty Island and the whole thing. It looks like a laser might shoot out of Liberty's torch. Okay, we're looking at them and images of the day and 1,000 thoughts besides. I've got a lot of narrative written down, but I'm going to save that for the weekend, along with other juice as well. And I'm going to give a few of you shots. My microphone's a bit better. Oh, my microphone's a bit better. So, yeah, we've got an audience today, guys. Check this out behind. So we've got Hitler Globe, Hank the Wank. Oh, they're so happy. Boris. Okay, Boris Trumpsky. And Cyberman. So they're a happy little family. Oh. See how happy my little puppets are in Martin World? So yeah, there's a lot going on. We're going to be basically doing a flat Earth experiment at the end of the month, and there's a little trip planned if it all goes to plan, which it should because it's all intended. I've seen a good bit of evidence today, actually, by people in the community who have got what they've intended and gone beyond that point. You know, just what their dream was, they've actually made it a reality, intended it, and it's there. And I've seen evidence of this today. It fills my heart with joy to see anybody in the community doing okay. Because you're also special. And this is the resistance, by the way. You do know that, don't you? There's no one else actually doing anything because obviously they got that weird stuff swimming around. And as I will show you evidence of later on in this vlog, when we go through a few things about Rona, at the moment, because there's a lot of people are actually dropping like flies. I went to a funeral the other day, 2 people that I spoke to had strokes and no surprise vaccinated. So we're going to have a little look at that later on as well, because that's definitely a thing going to happen and is happening as we sit here and speak. A lot of people succumbing to it, which we knew anyway. We've been waiting. So let me give a few of you shouts. Squiddle Sniper's in the house. Let me wet my whistle. So, super fantastic, isn't it? See how Welsh I sounded then. So, Flat Earth Norseman, love and light. This is our time to shine. This is what we do, yeah? They mess us around, but we're on it. We can fucking see straight through it all. Margaret Walter, that's you, lovely. Adam Forrest, sometimes it takes going through hell. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of you in this chat feed right now who have had a really hard life. Haven't you? Some of you. I have. I've had a really hard life. And I'm a scrapper. And I have been a scrapper my whole life. I will fight. I will fight. And I have been a fighter all my life. I'm not fucking scared. And I never have been. And that is... I used to wonder if it was some sort of mental illness to not being giving a fuck or being scared of them. But now I see why. Because I have the armor of the Most High with me, and I shine with it, and I know that I can't lose. I feel invincible with it, guys. There's nothing they can do to you when you got that. Mark Whitehall just bounces off you. It's a wonderful thing. King Schnurgle, best thing I found this year as well, because I found like once I give these fuckers my energy, I start to feel some sort of like rage or thoughts like of violence and stuff, and just gonna lose my shit with you talking to me like that guy, this sort of thing. But it's probably better not to think like that, or even get into the the energy exchange. If they're not with it and in one of them, cut it off, turn around, that fucker's not even there. I mean, I can see straight through you. It's probably best not to engage or fraternize with the enemy, because they're just going to suck your energy away, make you feel flat and shit anyway. That's what they want, because they're narcissists. They want to out your light. Hitler Globe, I think you made him giggle. Oh, we'll have a look at some Hitler giggles later, surprisingly. Bit of a synchronicity. Ginger Green, good to see you, lovely. And crypto coin investing, crypto stuff. Jeffrey Griffin. Monkeypox merch, well, they're not even talking about Ukraine anymore, are they? It's not even a footnote anymore. It's all that, isn't it? Because they're trying to, they've all got AIDS. So they're trying to make up they haven't. Ollie Svensson. What? Don't even worry about it, guys. We are so on this. You should be just flying right now, thinking about it. Alex, lovely. Good to see you. Pushkin Castle. Dagon Morningstar by means Martin. Helmut, good to see you. Danke, if you are German. Yeah, we're going to look into Tesla. There's a lot of inconsistencies in his tale, guys, as I'm going to show you. A lot of his famous quotes can actually be true, because I actually researched Nikolai Tesla for the content of my first book concerning his father being a Serbian Orthodox priest, and he probably got the information about the Tesla motor from the Four Angels from his father, who was, into the Bible. And there's a lot of the sayings and quotes that just don't tally with that. So I think it's all made up bullshit. They got to keep their continuity up when you got someone like me around to look at this stuff, okay? Because otherwise you're just going to get busted and look like twats. which you are. They can't do it, guys. They're not just not on it. Okay, they're just not quick enough. Al Clarkson, J. Crowley, good to see you, Crowley, not Crowley, that's someone else. Headleyman, good to see you. Good day, Adam. Oh, Dallas Fowler's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Got some nice little album covers later. They're really, really not good. Okay, they are naughty. They are naughty, and we'll have a look at them later. Some of them are really like religiously incorrect, so we'll be looking at them later as well. Did I have a check out? Okay, yeah, I've had a look. Everybody keeps telling me about him every single day. I did try and grab his attention back a few weeks ago, but maybe a month or so ago. But everyone keeps away from me. Watch Martin on the Vine. A woman on the Vine. Eshra, which is understandable, actually. DK, 63. And it's Jenny Kins. Hi, Jen. Ironclads, indeed. We won't be looking at them. We're looking at some 1860 photos a little bit earlier. And the scale of shipbuilding is monumental. Statue of Liberty is a chick. We'll be looking at that later. Ginger Green. Okay, we'll be maybe doing a little bit of trans investigation in this later on. Okay, just a little, just for giggles. Okay, because it is really, really weird, isn't it? That they want, like, you know, there's not actually like the old generation of men, you know, that will, you know, like women. Doesn't seem to be a thing anymore. They got them all like girlied up, haven't they? And they're like, they cry and they like all like, you know, not men. It's really weird. It's embarrassing, really. But that doesn't matter because they're all going to get their head kicked in and die later, so it doesn't matter. Did I just say that out loud? Jolly. Brian Evans. Jill Dillinger. I'm only saying what you're thinking. Kat, are you lovely? Kind of done me. Good to see you. Stevie Winwood. Musk sold gems for his dad's gem. Yeah. We know about all of that. But, you know, it's just words. We can't really prove anything that's said. You know, what I'm finding in my reality is, A, the internet is shit. And it's all loads and loads of words that you're just supposed to believe without any, like, where's the source? Where did this shit come from? To me, it's like, oh, you know, it's definitely them. Unless that it questions them and it's against them, like some of the old flat earth books from the 1800s, then I'm like, well, that's not them. You get me? So this microphone's better, yeah? Okay. The Vatican City is protected by an army of the Swiss Guards. Yeah. When I was in Rome, they gave me a stinking stare, the Swiss Guards. One of them, anyway, he was like, just watching me like that. Yeah, when I was walking past in fucking Rome. Yeah, man, they dress is weird as well, don't they? They have like little car pieces and like stockings on. I better not say that. I'll have them fucking coming through the window and stuff. Ooh, helicopters. Oh, D'Angelo, good to see you. No. It's downright shameful. It all is. Don't worry. We're on it and I'm not really bothered. We can see clearly is a good thing. We have so much more to go. What gets me is I seen something on a car the other day and it said, live your life, you only got the one. I'm like, well, that's a bold fucking statement. You only got the one. How do you know that? Can you prove to me? Did you actually die and go to the other side and you've come back and it's like, oh, how can you even just presume to know anything about this realm? We don't know anything about this realm, guys. You know, it's suspiciously acting like a bit of a holodeck at the moment. Really gone weird, guys. You have to admit, every single day. Robbie Wright, hiya. Oh, Ashby de la Zouche, where they make Walker's crisps. Got a French name in an English town. It's a bit weird, that, isn't it? Not really. Normans. They were French, weren't they? They were Phoenicians. Manly P. Hall. That's old school Masonic stuff. But yeah, good to read. Very, very learned. It's just, it's a good Kickstarter, isn't it, for truthers, that sort of info. It's a bit like Ancient Aliens. Hoshi, good to see you. Hiya. So I'm going to get straight into the juice. This is going to last a little while. Don't know how long. And then I'm going to be trying my best to come back. I will try and do a flat today. I've got most of that together. It's just time aspect. So please make sure to share this out because They don't share me. And I'm hard to find. It's getting easier, apparently. And people are sort of turning up again. And I notice something's happening on YouTube. I don't know what it is. They seem to work shit out and see what happens with me. I can sort of sense it. I feel it. And I'm being played and this and that. And they just like to see how I respond and shit. It's like, I know some of them probably think I'm a joke. They will be laughing on the other side of their fucking faces a little bit later on. Flatlander Montgomery. It's good, isn't it? Rich. Good to see you, my brother. Okay, let's get into some juice. AI is losing it. AI is a bit of a fucking psychopath. And they got to stop reading my mind as well. That's weird. What sort of algorithm? I know they can anticipate what, thinking and shit. But like, what if you're thinking about, oh, I fancy, I don't like Doritos. They're like shit, and they're like cardboard. But say you said, I fancy Doritos. Fucking Dorito advert comes up. It's just they keep reading your brain. How is that even possible? It's really weird. It's all to do with that AI thing anyway. Rick, good to see you, my friend. Okay, let's get into some juicage. Jagger sages. Okay. Suri, this is the right place. Okay, this is the right place if you want to have a giggle, have your brain blown. Okay, and don't take life too seriously. Let your heads on. By the end of this show, you're going to be feeling good about things if you haven't been. And hopefully you learn a lot. Monkeypox is a rapid last stage of AIDS. Squirrel sniper. Monkeypox. I didn't give a fuck with the first one. I'm not likely to give a fuck with any of them. Thanks for your job. Angel, it's my absolute pleasure. It's what makes me happy. It's to be here with you. Okay, let's share some information. We'll start with a little quotage. And there will be a few quotes along the way, but they have been selected for awakeness, if you like. So we'll start here. Always a good guide for reality is George Orwell, isn't it? Especially, an instruction of Hegelian dialectics and the world we live in. They fear love because it creates a world they can't control. Now, with that, and bear that in mind, and the power of our love and the power of what we can do, this realm is ours. They have no control over love. Okay, guys, they haven't got a control over it. They don't know what it is, you see. Psychos, they just impersonate love. They don't feel fuck all. They don't get upset about nothing. Yeah? They don't cry at Lassie and shit, guys. They don't give a fuck. They got no feelings. So, we're going to look at CERN, and we're going to look at its interesting and highly weird geographical location. If you're not familiar with it, it's near Lake Geneva. And there's something going on big with Geneva, which we're going to get into a little bit later. Now, there was a big ancient Starfort system around Geneva and Meyrin. You can see the sort of shape of it there. And just outside, this is really weird, though. Really weird. I can't get my head around here. It's CERN, which looks like the Eye of Horus, wouldn't it? But this is weird because the French border comes around here, down here, stops there, and then goes this way, that way. So it cuts CERN clean in two. Half of it is in France, half of it is in Switzerland. Isn't that weird? So I got to thinking, well, they're not smashing atoms, are they? Okay, I thought they're not smashing atoms. And they really ripped the fabric of reality, and they've opened a portal and all the demons are flooding in. Well, if they've done that, them demons would be in big trouble because they won't want to come around my area. They're going to get their head kicked right in. They're pussies. So I don't think that. Okay, and I haven't seen any like Mothmen in my tree or any vampires flying around or any of the other shit that comes out these portals. Although the internet is weird. And that's where everybody's hearing about all of this stuff. Nobody experiences any of it in their real life. They hear about it on fucking internet, don't they? Which makes it a reality, apparently. So yeah, CERN, it's been around since the 1950s, the Institute of Nuclear Research, French, in the French language. And they say they got antimatter, an antimatter chamber, and they're collecting grams or whatever, an antimatter. And they say this stuff can be a weapon, and they're collecting their particles so they can understand more about the fabric of the universe, so they can do sweet fuck all about sweet fuck all, and it helps humanity zero. And all of that money goes into it, okay? And it's under here, the tunnel. But let's just bear in mind, okay, its location to this really, it seems, really important place of Geneva. Interesting name as well, like Gen, as in generation. I think a lot of them names with Gen in the front concerning generation. So yeah, there is, outside of the huge Starfort system we'll look at in a minute, and Meyrin, a tiny sort of suburb in the north, and then it's just outside there on the Swiss-French border, splitting it in two, and you've got all the bits like Alice and all of the stupid bits which Brian Cox would love to tell you about. This is how I know it's all bullshit. Globe science, the globe of science and innovation. So there it is, in case you weren't familiar with where it was. So what are they doing with it then? Well, it's open for question. I don't really know. What I can say, though, is the Hadron Collider, or the LHC, looks really like a Starfort. In fact, a lot of these components for this bullshit device look like Starfort stuff, and I wondered if there was a connection. Now, let's just follow this. CERN. So they say they're catching the ghosts of particles, of subatomic particles, not down on the Planck level, because that would be stupid, but down on the subatomic level, which you can't prove. They say that they're catching ghosts of where they have smashed together. They hope to reenact the circumstances of the Big Bang, which would basically kill everybody. Yeah, be like, or release the nanobots, where the nanobots just like basically black goo will eat everything anyway. We all know that. No, not really. So this is a famous Spanish Starfort I've covered before. I included this, the Palmyra Starfort, in my first book, Holy Grail of Flat Earth, and it looks very like some sort of component and some sort of a little bit like the LHC. So I got to thinking, well, there's a similarity between them. So what are they doing? They reckon they're shooting, these are magnets, and they drive with magnetic push a beam or a particle, a subatomic particle, which is just, I don't know how they say that they, magnetically send a photon at the speed of whatever, can't be the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. It would do loads and loads of loops in a split second. So I don't think that's the case, but quickly. And CERN's symbol is 3 6s. 1 6, 2 6, 3 6. So we get a clear signal. Although somebody did say to me in my comments, which I thought was really intriguing, and I will share it with you, that they reverse everything, right? Yeah, everything that we thought and held to our hearts as being untrue. Turns out that it wasn't untrue, and it was a reverse. So what if we've been conned and the sacred number of 666 is actually a good number, not attached to CERN, and 111 is actually the devil? No, I'm just saying, we don't know, do we? So this is what they got. The LHC is there, and Geneva is there, like Geneva, and they have got this big circle. Okay, where they're supposed to be smashing them, gathering them here, collecting the data, bullshit. But they plan, if they haven't already, to put up this huge, massive atom smasher, which will totally encompass Geneva. So what occurred to me, is this some sort of protection, the same way as maybe Starfort could have been? Could it have electromagnetically made a dome over it all? So is Geneva that important? Well, I'm telling you, it is. And if this was some sort of protection haven, ark for the elites in a place that's got the Alps all around them, never has any wars, got the World Banks and all of it, I will show you now, in Geneva itself, and right outside in the suburbs of Geneva is some device they're saying is an atom smasher, which is bullshit, which is doing something else. I think it's something to do with Geneva. And I think maybe some sort of protection for the elites in the events to come. So, yeah, they got this. It's not the only place to have atom smashers. The Louvre's had one since the 60s. MIT's got a straight one, and they use them apparently for testing paintings and stuff and antiquity. But that's not what they're saying they're doing here. So there it is. What exactly are they doing? So it's underground, obviously, and I feel that there's some sort of Alice down through the looking glass. You know, they just, and all of this protection from possible water, possible the events that are happening elsewhere. They choose these places. So that's what they want you to think. Stranger Things, totally believable Stranger Things. You do know that everything that happens on Stranger Things is a reality, guys. Cabin on the Woods is real, man. So that's what they want you to believe. It's been ripped open and all number of hellish shit is going down, just like they go on Stranger Things. And they're pushing it like there's no tomorrow. All of these superhero things, DC, Marvel. It's all about an injection, enhancement, and superhuman powers. And in this case, all of the weirdness that's happening at the moment is akin to evil stuff coming out of CERN. Is it true? Well, they want to tip you off. They got outside, as we probably all know by now. Shiva the Destroyer. Why would they have that outside there? And this looks very, very Starforty. In fact, I found an old plan for a Starfort which matched this perfectly. It really did. Certain geometry going on in there, and the shapes as well must have something to do with it. It's about shapes and symbols, isn't it? So, yeah, what a waste of fucking money. So they're not doing that. I'm confident in my thought process that that is not the case. So they're going to put it all the way around here. So could it be a technology for protection or something else? Well, I think no. So this is the stuff they want you to think. And it's very mainstreamy. This is like ancient alien stuff by now, isn't it? This haunts me. Did scientists end the world in 2012? Well, there are some strange ways, but they got like, you know, obviously globes spitting into. Although, when the Hadron Collider did get switched on, 2008, I was working at the time. And that morning, I was waiting, looking at my watch, thinking about what time it would be in France. And I was right, it's now. And I told friends about it. I really did think that it felt like I'd split off. And I was in a completely different realm. They were all still there. But I was like, I ain't in the same place as you lot anymore. Really. So, yeah, it was predicted main calendar, but the main calendar doesn't actually include any calendar shifts. So that doesn't go. And they suddenly, you know, they included neutrinos. Oh, God, for fuck's sake. World flipping on its axis. You know, the apparent globe hanging on an invisible hook in the sky. God, whatever. So yeah, there are some weird shit, you know, happened. I guess since 2012, isn't it? It's the towers. But they want you to think that, and they put stuff out there, and it leaks into the mainstream. So they want you to grab that into imagination. I'm suggesting it's a cover story. I'm suggesting that all of the powers in the world are there. You have the United Nations in Geneva, the International Bank of Santander, and all the banks of the world, all of the gold is in reserves in Geneva, guys. International Red Cross, obviously. The World Trade Organization, the WHO, are in Geneva, guys. And them fuckers are going to be running when, you know, when everyone finds out what they've been doing, where they're going to hide. International Labour Organization, Mandat International, Electrotech. It just goes on and on and on. And where are they all? United Nations High Commission, guys. The Global Fund to Fight AIDS. Isn't that coinky dink? And the WHO there as well. The League of Nations, International AIDS Society. Oh, look at that. The Baccalaureate, International Baccalaureate. That's Bacchus. That's the devil. Doctors Without Borders. It just goes on, and they are all in Geneva. I think that's a big clue, guys. So all of these organizations are in Geneva. CERN's just outside. It's not what they're saying. If you look back into its history, they had a massive Starfort System. Okay, this is Geneva in the past. It seems that the city's come along on the other coast over here quite a lot, but in its infancy, it was all on this side. It is just crazy. I was trying to work it out. I stared at it for ages last night. It was like, well, this island in the middle, it's just like I've seen loads of Starforts with this island. It has to be something to do with it. And then I was imagining like these chevrons as breakers for water or electromagnetic weaponry. Yeah, they could definitely protect themselves in a Starfort. Yeah, and who knows, they could have even have electromagnetic force field domes over the top. Now, CERN is out by here somewhere. Okay, I've got a lead atlas to show you where. And there it is. Look at that for high technological advancement. So, and CERN is there. And it looks very Starforty. So it was over by here. In the area of this is called Canton, like the Chinese Canton. Canton de Geneva is the area we are looking at. I'm sorry I can't picture that. Bring that up. It's an earlier picture of Starfort Castle. There it is there. Again with that island in the middle. But, wow, what a Starfort. Geneva there. In an old picture. You've got Lake Geneva there. And wow, that is, you know, the broken tree outside, just like Lee Vander Haar's atlas pictures, which we'll look at in a little bit of this area. Everything's up in the air. A lot of spires, a lot of antiquity. And there's that island in the middle. So this one is really interesting. It reminds me of the thumbnail for the Statue of Liberty one. It looks like a piston, and you get this, and then this sort of other bit of Starfort that comes out, and then there's always this sort of, you know, I get the sense of it being like a weapon looking at it like that. And there's Lake Geneva. Back in the day, it's got this geyser or fountain or whatever is going constantly. It's there today, but that's it in the recent past. So this is it in 1733, the area of Canton and excuse me, Switzerland. Here you go, Zurich, also the bankers. See, Canton. It's really weird. It's all Canton. Canton Lucer, which looks like Lucifer, right there. And on Lake Geneva, right over on the French border. There's some big antiquity looking buildings. And I'm guessing CERN is right there on that border. So they put all that investment into something, guys. And I can't see it just like, you know, horror filmy, evil, demon-y stuff coming out. But there's no denying, you know, what they call Mandela effects and the strangeness, Dollywood braces, all of it really, guys. The pandemic. You know, I was last night actually feeling upset, like all of a sudden, it just came over me about how quick that they sold out. You know, I had more faith. I thought I had more faith in humanity that they would come through for all of us, and they never. They just sold out like fucking sissies. And I'll never get over that. I just won't get over that, what they did. I won't fucking get over that. How they just basically selfishly fuck everybody else, us. And just because I went on holiday and shit. And if they just waited 6 months, not had a jab, they could have gone abroad. I've just been abroad. I haven't had shit. It didn't even matter. They didn't even care. Because they know it's all bullshit. Even if you've had it, you're not covered. Now, you've got unknown substance swimming around, waiting. Not nice, is it? Probably wishing you hadn't bothered right now, yeah? Damn right. Don't get bullied by your government. They're psychopaths. Look at the last century, 2 world fucking wars, and you still trust them. Fucking insanity. And they play everybody. You know, there's a meme coming up later, and it's just so true. You know, it's, you know, these movies about banging on about how fucking bad Hitler was. How many movies you ever seen slagging off Stalin or Chen Mao? No, because you won't. Because Chairman Mao was fucking Rothschild funded as well as fucking, excuse me, Chairman Mao, which I'll show you a bit later on. So there's Zurich, another big Swiss city. So yeah, 2 world wars. I looked into when they have had wars, which is not recently. They had them in the 1300s. They were involved in the Franco-Prussian War, apparently. So whether or not this Starfort or any of these Starforts have seen any action is highly debatable, guys, because they haven't even had any wars in this place. Not really. World War I, World War II, they weren't really involved in the Franco-Prussian War. Nothing got destroyed. The whole place is still up and running. And you got all of these higher, out-of-the-way mudflood places. Look at this. Keep out of the way of the mud. And this is in 1733. There's Regensburg Castle, which I'm fully aware of. I've looked into that a bit. So these are beautiful atlases. I'll link this up below after the show. Oh, look at that one up there. Hochenkling. And this is obviously on the Rhine. So, yeah, I think it's a technology, but not what they're saying. There's always cover stories, guys. Yeah, and obviously they've invested a lot of money. The thing's there. You can see it on Google. What it's doing is another story. They want you to think that it's ripping holes in space-time continuum. Listen, I think that could happen like in a Buddhist shrine with a Taoist monk or something. They can do shit like that. I don't think you need a big, massive machine. Mind you, I always thought to myself, if I was to build a time machine, what I would need is whole loads of electricity and a fuck ton of magnets, which is what that is. So they say time travel is not possible. I wonder. They tell us a lot of stuff. But what do we really know? If they're using their fundamentals of physics, so they're going on like quantum mechanics, as I said earlier, and probably evolutionary theory and all the other weird stuff. Look at that for Starfort. That's Bern, which is the capital now. Oh, wow, look at that. Jeez. That is just incredible, isn't it? That they had this level of sophistication for what was apparently cannonballs. Just ping off. For, you know, that technology for that time period is just, it's an insult. It's an insult. Obviously, these are repurposed, and I have proved that anyway. I had a letter that was written to a Polish king from one of his generals and said, these Starforts, or these forts all over the countryside in Poland, I think we better use these for military purposes. They could come in real handy, which they did. Repurposed them. And I've got pictures of them repurposing them. These are underground, water courses. Obviously, water's a big thing. In Switzerland, they got a lot of mountainage. So I'm guessing water therapy is a big thing also in Switzerland. Into their saunas, then into their good water. Oh. So, yeah, massive Starfort there, wasn't there, in... no Starfort here, though, just a cancellation. These look a bit low. So, yeah, I'll share that with you in the description box. You have to wait till the end of this video, though, guys, for me to do that, because I didn't do it beforehand. So, let's move on. Let me come back for a second. And then we'll talk about Tesla. So, 500 you watching. Good to see you guys. Happy vibes. Love and light you all. We're just showing them all how to do it, guys. How to be fantastic. They seem to want some need lessons in it, apparently. So, let's give a few of you shouts. I'm going to come back now. We're going to talk about, okay, the next subject. I've got bollocks pox on me. God's got. He's got bollocks pox, guys. Okay, he's infected. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Rub some ointment on it. It'll all go away. Rub some Vim in it. You know what Vim is? Some Vim in it. Used to work for Fresh. Anyway, Joe Guilford, Red Eye Jedi. Good to see you, my friend. Cattage. Jill Dillinger. Good to see you. Switzerland is one of Rome's vaults. Also, according to the Greenland project, which I covered in my book. Funny enough, I talked about this basically as a reset date and April Fool's Day. Also, contenders for this empire of Switzerland was the city of Babylon, which I take it as being London. The Rome in Italy, Constantinople, a modern city in Istanbul, and Thule, Greenland, are thought to be the capitals of said Swiss Roman Empire. Hi, Kat. Good to see you, lovely. Matthew Weiss, Life Mushrooms. Yes, they are very, very nice. I agree completely. Cobra. Jolly man. I'm still standing to Sky Normies. Hello. I don't say hello because it's hell low. I don't know if that's a good thing. So I say hiya as a response to hello. See what I did there? I don't know. So Margaret, good to see you. B-movie, old B-movie, 5 Branded Woman, collective trauma banding. Sounds like a good movie. I like an oldie myself. I don't watch anything new really. Is that India holistic media? Lovely. Living us. Okay, get yourselves rolling. Got another hour or so to go. Got loads of images, loads to get through. Next, we're going to look at Tesla. I'll tell you why. Because there's a convention coming off at the end of this month. I'm hoping a few of you are going to go hook up in Croatia. Time travel is possible, Beth, I reckon. I've always thought so as well. I've been obsessed with the subject since day one. In Croatia, and it's the birthplace, apparently, of Nikolai Tesla. Now, as I said, I have researched him many times, and the information is so sketchy on this guy. You know, he's like, he's just a young man, and then he's like in his 30s. Next thing you know, he's old. It's like, where's the Middle Ages? And all we got is a shit ton of quotes from him. It's like, when were they writing these quotes down? Were they following Rowan Notepad? They just shit this stuff out, guys, and we just got to presume that he said it. There's no proof that any of this is said by any of them. All the Walt Whitman sayings, did he really say them? All of the famous Mark Twain sayings, did he really say them? You know, it's like saying that the Beatles wrote their own music. Do you think that they could write an extraordinary amount of content like that in such a small space of time? Oh, they were reading them off bits of paper in the recording studio. Have a look on YouTube. When Hey Bulldog, he's reading it because he hasn't written it. Ceiling fan man, good to see you, Rich. A nice way to spend the afternoon. Well, you're going to have fun today, Rich. Okay, we're going to have fun. The Swiss think of all. Oh, Toblerone. They're from Switzerland. Nestle as well, isn't it? Toblerone, triangular. It's made from triangular chocolate made from triangular bees out of triangular trees. It's Toblerone, and it's lovely. It's triangular, but it's a bit. Actually, it's pyramidical. Not that, you know, I was listening to like Prodigy earlier, knowing that they're proper satanic. Am I not going to listen to the Prodigy anymore? Huh? So I sort of feel robbed. But I did like it. I enjoyed it. But I know that they're proper evil, and Keeps dead as a result of their evilness, isn't it? So they've had that. Shapagula, good to see you. Jim, get on the hydrogen bomb. Yes, ride that bomb. I do it. I'd ride a bomb. There was supposed to be, I went to the Science Museum in Leicester and they said there was an ICB missile there. And it was in front of me. First thing I thought about was, I'll kick that fucker. And I kicked the fucking end. Did it explode? It's been epic. If you want anybody to break anything, you can always rely on me. It's Thursday, surprise, Jacob Blog. Good to see you, my friend. Rock Solid, Sherry Deer, Kenneth. So yeah, the internet's weird, isn't it? I guess like all like weird vibes off it. I'm really enjoying it. Tinker. The people are saying shit. They all say shit, people. Have you noticed? People say a lot of shit. But like, if it's not like truthy, then it's going nowhere. Energy wrong directed. I'm afraid that elastic band will snap. Ping. I'm Callios. Great Brian Splatters. Okay, let's get into Max Trump. Oh, yeah, thank you for joining my membership. I got membership. Okay, I got all sorts of stuff that you wouldn't even know. I got like a shop, apparently. It sells like a loads of flat foam stuff and all that. Flat foam mugs, jackets for your dog. Fancy that? Okay, let's get on with the show. Next 500, did you actually share this out? All of you, please, please, please share this out. YouTube, I'm not going to say anything because they keep copyrighting me. I had a copyright yesterday for a 7-year-old video about NASA. So you know when you're talking about flat Earth still, I've noticed. Oh, a lot of stuff, apparently. Apparently they can talk about what the fuck they want, but we can't talk about what we want. Weird. Fuck off. Rumpty to the pina colada, half a pound of muesli. What do you think, Shirley Williams? I want to go to the toilet. There you are. That's Martin not giving a fuck. It's my channel, and I'll do what I want. Wouldn't you agree, guys? Really, really. So this is going to happen. Okay, it's been postponed because basically, I don't know. Just got postponed. Anyway, it's back on for the end of the month. I would love a jolly and in obviously in Croatia. But yeah, so this is happening. It's the Tartary and History Lies tour. It's the first of its type. It's in Croatia because basically the Italians like are proper funny, and yeah, you know this. It's in Gospix, his birthplace. We're going to go to his house where he was apparently born, so I'll be able to pick this apart whether or not this guy was a real thing. Because if you look at Wikipedia, which I'm not going to, it seems a load of, you know how people get constructed backgrounds, a bit like that. So there I am, British writer and YouTuber. Holy Grail, great reset, martinliedtke. Roxanne Glenn, I'm not sure if Roxy's going. I tried to contact her on Skype. Dave, he's like, shit the bed. I didn't know it was still on the other day, so I'm guessing he's going. British researcher, YouTuber, and TV star. Don't forget Montenegro. And Albino Gallipini, who is my mate in Italy, Italian writer and blogger. Okay, synthetic astronomy and holographic universe. I bet that's super duper interesting. He got a stack of books out as well. So this is the program. Okay, so check in. Spliffs by the pool. I don't see Spliffs by the pool here. Or where is that? Social dinner, hang around, convention and stuff. And there's his birthplace. He was born in a little ting, apparently. So there you are. Day 2, brekkie. And then we're going to go to the top of a mountain, okay, in the Adriatic, across the Adriatic. We're going to look to Italy. And we're going to do high altitude at sea level on the vision of central Italy across the Adriatic over a distance of 220 miles. So that's what we're going to do, a real flat Earth experiment where, not that we need to, but we kill the globe, obviously, by looking over 220 miles, which is done on my channel anyway. I showed you can see Belfast from Beeston Hill in Nottingham, and it's 200 odd miles away. They tell you at the church. So yeah, that's coming. So if you are interested, it's not really dear either, because basically it's Croatian, it's dirt cheap. And I'm just saying at this moment that some of the most beautifulest people in the world live in Croatia. So they say. So that's going to be wicked. Okay. So yeah, tickets, entrance to Tesla Museum, and it's like price all included. There you are, 100 odd euros if you get there as well. And there's all the information. If you are interested, martinliedtke7@gmail.com. You can find my email address. I will show you in a minute, and in the descriptions box. And all of this information will be available. Get in contact with him, and then it's in this place here, and it is beautiful, obviously, and it's looking all very Starforty around there as well. So that's going to happen, and we can hunt. We'll basically do a proper flat Earth experiment, and I will be really, really happy to actually take part in one. Being 7 years of flat Earth, of fucking twiddling my thumbs waiting for that stuff. Tesla, did he exist? So all you got is this way back, haven't you? You know, and the free energy narrative and everything, and a shit ton of sayings and quotes. So let's go through a few of them. They're good, but does he really write them? Anyway, as I review the events of my past, I realize how subtle are the influences that shape our destinies. Very subtle. So subtle, you've got to be so careful. Oh, this is good. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of pussies. That's what that says. Conformists is pussies. Okay. The desire that guides me in all I do is the desire to harness the forces of nature and service of mankind. So I dig that. I think that's pretty shit art. Did he say it? I do not think I can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. Yeah. Well, obviously you can't invent shit. It takes a load of time. If you're on the nest all of the time, that's bullshit anyway. You could have done like a balance. Yeah, like I gotta go work, and then later on it's me and you, babe. Stuff. So I'm not sure. Who knows? It might mean how many inventions have been invented by like gay men. Throughout the infinite, the forces are in perfect balance, and hence the energy of the single thought may determine the motion of the universe. So a single thought, let's put that to the test now, shall we? A single thought can determine the motion of it all. So basically, our thought right now can affect this entire realm. So let's do that. Let's send out positive love and intent, and them to go away, and a new world emerge. Of love and understanding and equal opportunity. It's not the love you make, it's the love you give. So yeah, that's obviously obvious, and that's a given. Okay, but then he's doing that moral high standpoint fucking thing again. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, this is interesting. In a crystal, we have a clear evidence of the existence of the formation life principle. And though we cannot understand the life of a crystal, it is nevertheless a living being. Crystals are living beings. Ooh. Though free to think and act, we are held together like the stars in the firmament, with ties irreseparable. These ties can not be seen, but we can feel them. Yes, we've been experiencing that tonight. That's true. There's only one of us here. I agree with all of that. And he sounds proper flat earthy. Firmament. There he is. So people say he was a vampire. I'm not really going with that. Anyway, the gift of mental powers comes from God, divine being. And if we concentrate our minds on the truth, we become in tune with this great power. My mother taught me to seek all truth in the Bible. So actually, was it your father? Because he was actually, so your mother told you to look for the truth in the Bible, not your father, who was actually a Serbian Orthodox priest. So that doesn't make any sense. Maybe she was like it too, and he only listened to his mother and not his father. Again, inconsistency. No free energy device will ever be allowed to reach the market. Well, we'll see about that. You went to the patents, didn't you? You didn't have YouTube to give it all away, and it's too late. Oh, shit, it's out, did you? No. There he is, and he's like maybe 60 odd there. There's a big jump in his ages, in his like, he's missing. There's no chronology. He just goes missing. He's like young, and then he's like that, and then he's basically looking like Skeletor of He-Man. So they're like literally discrediting him. He's like, he mounted a pint of piss. I do not think you can name many great inventions. Oh, I fucking read that one. I don't agree with that. Anyway, I don't care they stole my idea. I care they don't have any of their own. Brilliant saying. Often the case there, Nikolai, if you're a real thing. And there it is. August the 27th, 28. We're going to go and investigate whether this cat really existed. And here's some crazy inventions attributed to Nikola Tesla. A wireless remote control boat. Wireless remote control boat of the 1800s. So he apparently was buddy with this guy. Okay. Another, I reckon, player. You know, he seems to be a really good man. You know, author of Huckleberry Finn. We all love Huckleberry Finn. I loved Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn as a kid. I really, really did, guys. And that's like literally my interest in this man. I knew about him when I was in junior school. So he's basically illuminating electricity. Tesla's standing behind him, but there's something seriously wrong with his whole photograph. And I'm just get that feeling that it's all just a constructed narrative. Nikolai Tesla dies 85 alone in his hotel suite. Look what they made him out look like from that good-looking guy. Yeah, celebrated. You can't be that celebrated. You haven't got any film of his existence. Why is that? Any film. An electrical wizard. Yeah, in his hotel, New York hotel room, which is a spooky hotel. They got a death mask of him. Died in 1943 during the Second World War. And there's he is in this hotel, getting interviewed a bit later. And apparently he was hysterically funny. Apparently he told dirty jokes. Apparently he was a comedian. So they say. Other things attributed to him as wireless controlled aircraft and balloons from an essential Tesla Tower source, and wirelessly received in balloons, wirelessly, in an early period. So all of this has been attributed to Tesla, and I'm guessing a lot of the free energy ideas we got. Look at that, guys. That's nuts, isn't it? Did that exist? Anyway, back to Tesla. So there's a lot of, lateral magnetic technology. Some of these, this is back on the narrative as well this week. I've seen floating cities and stuff like we've seen in China over Hastings 4 or 5 years ago. Floating cities, electromagnetic levitation. They could nail that. They got maglev trains. To an extent, they could float a large city around in the past. So that's what they would have had. Nikolai's radio transmitted power supply from a central source, wirelessly to electric motors, which I think they were doing in the trams anyway. They're probably doing it in the planes in the early days. They're probably doing all of this. If they're saying it, they were doing it. It's all a cover story anyway. You know, like this. Yeah. Then wind turbines, they're burning electric. Wales will tell you, if you look into it, that they produce too much electricity, and yet they're charging through the roof for energy. Drought. So we got a drought going on. Yeah. The dock where my son's boat is like literally like a foot, nearly 2 foot lower than it usually is. And when I was in the Czech Republic, the reservoirs were empty. There's a definite drought on the go. But in other years, we have loads of rain and really wet summers. And they'll say, it's a drought, hosepipe ban. They haven't done a hosepipe ban this year in Britain because they want people to have a drought. They want people worried. They want to worry them about the winter to come. So Tesla's free energy inventions, any similarities? But then big, massive pylons that are littering our countryside, which are ugly as shit, but they're there. They're probably producing a charge, guys. Tesla Dragon, copper lightning rod at the Science Museum. Serpent entwined in a central rod, just like a fasces, that would produce a charge. And as I suggested in my first book, Holy Grail of Our Flat Earth, the idea for the Tesla motor or the Tesla engine was the 4 angels, which is based on the electromagnetic structure of the place where we live. Based on magnetic attraction and repulsion, sending a charge around this coil, producing electricity. And he says he got it from his mother. I think he got it from his father. This is a CERN machine, actually, a CERN machine, which I included in my first book. And as you can see, Westinghouse Electricity and Manufacturing Co. and Tesla polyphase systems were being shown in the early exposition. So he was quite established. Why are we going to film of him? Just these old grainy photos. And there's these museums with apparently his old AC motors and his experiments. Yeah. And then he's attributed to the Rodin codes. But there's plenty who have talked about 369. The goose drank wine. The monkey chewed tobacco on the street, Caroline. The line broke. The monkey got choked. And we all went together in a little rowing boat. Clap hands. Stamp your feet. Remember that? The divine principles of that. Is he really attributed to it? Because there's plenty of other people that have been talking about this sacred code. So, miraculous visions. He said that they appeared to him in visions. Now, I would not say that that is not. Mental images. I would not say that is a thing because I get the same. I get mental images, which I carry out into my blogs. So there he is in a massive Faraday cage, not getting electrocuted, obviously, and producing a ton of electricity. And just quietly reading his book. And then there he is, jump, boom, couple of photos of him sort of middle-aged, and boom, he's old. He's in an hotel with these interviewers. No telly. Why? It's really, really weird. And then you get these Tesla museums pictures. And again, him telling old funny stories because he was apparently a bit of a comedian. So there you are. So there's something wrong with this photo. It was really famous, been pushed like fuck for the last few years, of Mark Twain holding a light bulb for free energy. And Tesla, that doesn't even look like Tesla. In the background, what kind of grainy shit photograph is that? It even looks superimposed or layered or something. So that is our evidence of this event actually taking place. It's not convincing to me. I'm very sorry. It's not at all. And you just see these, you know, the Van de Graaff generators and the electricity between them. And he's sitting there comfortably, millions of watts of electricity passing harmlessly through his body because he's in a Faraday cage. So we're going to find out if he really existed. Find out maybe if I can hook up with maybe his great-great-granddaughter. That would be fantastic. So here's his mate, his broski. Samuel Langhorne Clement, incredibly interesting life. Did a bit of bird. I reckon he had a spliff. He seems all right. I love his books. I like the man anyway. So you go to heaven for the climate, you go to hell for the company. So that's what he thinks about reality. But I think I would agree with that. I would agree with that. It would be boring as ass in heaven with like all of that do-gooding speaking going on. It would really drive me fucking nutty. So he came with Halley's Comet. He went out with Halley's Comet. So he's pushing that. Or is he? Did he even quote that? Because we weren't there. And there he is, that famous picture, which I don't trust. There he is. Now, it's weird, right? This guy, he's got a bit of movie footage of him. And he always seems, he's like American Civil War general looking, isn't he? Looks like Colonel Kentucky Fried Chicken. He's got always these crappy white suits on in flannelette. You'll see him now, whatever they're made of. I'm just saying that's flannelette. It might not be. There is movie footage of him, but not Tesla, being restored. And he's in this same... It's like, this is like one of the most famous American literarists of all time. Up there with Walt Whitman and all the rest. And yeah, he's like in this shitty white fucking suit. Yeah. And this is apparently evidence of him. Could be just an actor. You don't get too much more. That's it. Just that's the only evidence of Mark Twain. None of Tesla. Very unsatisfying considering the size of the internet. You'd think something would have sprung up. So he's having a bit of tiffin or tea. So I'm learning some bad things about tea. I'm not sure, you know, maybe I need to do this guy. I love some more research concerning tea. Les Dawson. I love. Did you love Les Dawson? I don't. I think he was not a pedo or anything. I liked Les Dawson. Anyway, I know he's BBC. Okay. Who said jungle juice? Gareth Atkinson. That's disgusting. I don't know what that even means. Then how do I know it's disgusting? You're thinking. I don't know. It sounds it. So we're going to look now, just for humor's sake. We're going to look at some of these really awkward album covers that they kept putting out in the 1980s and 70s. Oh, they're really wrong. So I don't get it, right? Bananeljaid. Okay, that's German. I get it. Dutch. Okay. Yeah. So what's the thing with bananas then? Why are they touching the bananas in such a suggestive nature? And not the Campbell autodidactic. Are you here in chat? Which way are these bananas hanging? Well, they're all over, aren't they? Some are going that way, some are going that way. So that's like a bad dream, isn't it? You just want to wake up quick. It's like, no. So suggestive banana adverts, how to sell some crap wine. Ron Lavelle. Let's get this bird. Bobby Valentine. Suggestively licking the end of a banana. Just I would be brilliant at advertising. This is good. This is good. Carty party with Bill Carty. Fun with I don't know. I thought he had actually a hat pin in his hand, but it seems that's the blind. Look at the eyes on him. Would you go to a party with Artie Carty? Yes. Look, space. From his pad at the Space Satellite Hotel. Artie Carty. Oh dear. Oh, Bill and Dick. Let's have a look at Bill and Dick. So, this is the men of the 1950s. I'm sure they were very virile back then. You know, 20th century man, 21st century man. Is well, got dress on, looks fucked. But look, talking about looking fucked. This is hot stuff. Yeah, it is if you're like in the Catholic Church. The Curry brothers. Check out their Bay City roller trousers. Yeah, my mother wouldn't have even dared to put any Bay City roller stuff on me back in the day. I was like, no. I was forced to wear flares and stuff, obviously. But no, not tartan. Not tartan. Love Position by Ray Saunders. Yeah, he's playing with a flower later. Yeah, that's pretty awkward, but it's like humor probably doesn't translate. So here we go in some what looks like a Balkan country, Apollo 9, and it's actually really in the photograph, that close to that farmhand. Yeah, space is never what you think. This is spooky. Trippy God. He sows new seeds band. Oh. Scary ride. I'm looking at you. That looks like Lemmy, but it's not because he would never do anything like that. So here's your substitute liquid gold. This is your European band, I suspect. Oh God, that is like a bad dream. That is nightmarish. Yeah. What about this costume? Yeah. Would you wear that? Yeah. Shows your dick and balls. Well, I wouldn't, but it's like, it's no different from all of these, like, I don't know. Let me just tip you off, any ladies listening, about these new fashions of these really tight trousers that you're wearing that are showing all your vaginas. Yeah. Let me tell you guys, right? Yeah, that doesn't leave nothing to the imagination and sort of kills the spell of it all. Yeah, that's like, well, I've seen it all. I can't be bothered. You've got to leave a little to the imagination. Stop wearing them. Yeah, wear pretty summer dresses. Yeah. That's just me. Chart busting #1 gospels. Yeah. Squeal like a pig. What happened to his face? Wee. Not his face. I think that's obscured a bit and they're going all like weird mirror. Maybe they look like that anyway. Jesus rooks. Yeah, man. Oh, let's have a look at this one. This is a bit awkward, isn't it? Yeah, the New Romantics, they were embarrassing. So, yeah, the Eurovision Song Contest. You probably don't know about that in America lands, but I'll give you a clue. It's men with beard. Men with dresses and beards. No, women with beards. Anyway, it's a load of shit musicians, yeah, can't play for toffee, who end up going on the stage together singing Waterloo. And then somebody wins, Allemagne ne pas. And they go around all the countries collecting the points. They're going to not have it in the Ukraine. Apparently, they're going to give it to Britain. And it's going to come here to my city. And we were like, no, Cardiff's too epic for that shit. Fucking take it away. So we're not bothering. So I'm guessing he had a really high voice. Yeah, like Jason out of the darkness. Yeah. I believe in a thing called love. That can't be good for your health. I could never wear anything like that. I would like literally strangle myself. What's this? Oh my God. Oh my God, no. Now I have everything. What's he saying? Small fingers. That's terrible. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this stud. Oh, he's smashing it, isn't he? Oh, Randy Jack Wiggins. Did you sell your soul to the devil for that? Yeah. That's just wrong. Mind you, apparently it's okay for Elvis Presley. Like Elvis Presley's a paedophile. And everyone's like, oh no, but it's Elvis, that's all right. It's like, no, I know. Wasn't Priscilla like 13 when he moved out in with her? Wasn't she like 14 when he married her? So she's basically a child and he was an old man. And they're like, yeah, but it's Elvis Presley and he's the king. So apparently it's permissible. So have a look at the Rathburns. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've tasted and I've tasted and I know the Lord is good. Full of protein. Let's have a look. Tried everything. Oh God, let's have a look at these tracks. Right, I tried everything. Found a better way. Oh, fucking hell. I heard footsteps. Oh, fuck. This is not good. Calvary will be my refuge. That day is almost sure. Oh, dear. You heard footsteps. That day is almost sure. I've gone the way of wrong. I love you, Jesus. Let's all sing a song about him. About who? Oh, yeah, you said Jesus. All right. Speak me down. See you can build me up again. Okay. Well, tried everything. That sounds really dodgy, doesn't it? Found a better way. Yeah, don't even worry. We think we can guess. Check this out. Hairdressers of yesteryear are no different than the hairdressers of today. Paul Salnado, yeah, would do you a lovely hair job. I bet that's not the only job. PJ Cover Lover. There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. Got gay hairdressers. We'll be right with all of them. Anyway, something special. Let's have a look at the 1970s family. They're all dressed the same, the ladies, and the men all dressed equally the same in their male clothes. The Sherwood Singers. Fuck me, that's scary. I thought my family were weird. Susan Christine. I love onions. Take me as you find me. That's a profound statement right there, Susan Christie. I'm literally moved by that. Is there something sexual in that? I'm not sure, actually. One night of love, okay? This is what you don't want. This is like the result of going out and not putting anything or like your hand over your drink, okay? This is what it'll end in. One night of not love. So would you go in there in that room with him? No, it'd be weird. A friend of mine, she had a date once and she said, oh, he's lovely or not. She was telling my missus. And when he knocked the door as an Elvis impersonator. She just closed the door in his face. Fuck off. Barbara McKay. Give your dick to me. So that's not awkward, is it? At all. Where's her hand going? And I don't know. There's something going on there. I don't trust that. I don't trust them hands either. Or that plate. No. Katui. This is where it's at, guys. Cockeyed singers. Yeah. He probably has a terrible trouble crossing the road or like hitting lampposts, talking to people. They're like looking at one another. Is he talking to you, love? I think he's talking to you. No, I'm talking to both of you. I can see both of you at the same time out of my eyes. Like that. Katui. Yeah, we like him. I don't really spooky. Check this out. All right, guys, who you never want as a babysitter. Look how incredibly scary this is. This is like them childhood nightmares of Val Doonican. Yeah. Do you know who Val Doonican is? Yeah, it's spooky. Don't even go there. Cuddles with Craig Douglas, a man with a load of teddy bears, and he wants you to cuddle him. That sounds a bit dodgy. That sounds like that's going to end up painful. That sounds. Bare naked banjos would be permissible and okay if it wasn't with Mick fucking Fleetwood's bastard love child. It would work better with women. I would be loving that. That doesn't work. I'm not sexist at all. Look at this. Look at Aaron. Look at Aaron. Yeah. Now Aaron is getting in touch with his feminine side. A little bit too much, methinks. Okay. That jumper. No, Aaron. I might be completely wrong. So if you were horny in the old days, what we used to do is take an aspirin, drink a can of Coke, and go and feel up the statues in the cemetery. This is what this guy does. Look at them eyes. See this? This is a result of too much amphetamines. It's only downhill from there. Once you start with statues, Danny boy. Stop. Haha. Twist. So yeah, Danny Boy's band happened to be members of an obscure part of obscure arm, I should say, or branch, to be more specific, of the Ku Klux Klan. The olive red Ku Klux Klangers. Dirty Heroes. dirtyheroes.com. So websites. So this is a woman of the 1980s, okay, that you would have met at the Parachute Club. Do you ever get lonely? Would have been her opening words. It's like, not really. Look, this is the world we live in. I didn't make it this way. Okay, the Matrix is like this. Look at Dorothy. Everybody's mother goes hunting. This is a typical mother in the USA, guys, in America land. Or in Norfolk. And I'm not talking about Virginia. I'm talking about Norfolk, England. Yeah. I'll shoot you between your eyes. They don't talk like that in Norfolk. Check this out. Yeah. It's okay. Join my cult and drink the lemonade at the end. I will buy you Nike trainers. Some women would actually find that sexy. It's weird, isn't it? Maybe it's like the perm that he went for, the permanent. The happy three. The sound of happiness musicians. The happy three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's not 3 there, isn't it? Answering your request. So why are all like, no offense to people who are of a religious denomination, I think that's pretty groovy, actually. Knock yourself out. I think it's good. I really do. But why are you all like creepy and weird? Help me, Pauline and Randy. Randy, that's not the help you're looking for, son. You don't want sex with old people. That wouldn't be right. Now let us thank him, the Holland trio. Oh my fucking days. How are you thinking on thanking him? I love this waistcoat thing going on though. That would look brilliant with some mushrooms. But what about these beehives, these bouffants? Yeah. Did you ever have ties like that? No, because if you weren't around the 1970s, I wouldn't wear a tie. They tried to make me wear a tie in school. I took a note off my mother saying I got claustrophobia. I feel like I'm being strangled when I got a tie on. So thankfully, I never ever had to wear a tie in school. Housewives playtime. Oh, housewives, all of them millions and millions of bored housewives stuck at home doing nothing all day. They should be watching Flat Earth British. Ilona Stalker Scagnetti. So she looks like that girl out of Sucker Punch. That's disgusting and probably a little bit paedophilic. Jesus is all you need. God almighty. Maybe it's just me seeing this as like really wrong on every level and scary even. But no, they put it on awkward record covers. Look at his face. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, don't give the little girl the RPG. That is not safe. The miracle of my house. My daughter has a rocket-propelled grenade. She's waiting for the police helicopter. She also looks like a horror film doll. Abigail. Music for happy occasions. Paul Pinnicus and his orchestra. Hola! Don't you shit yourself? Oh, that is just embarrassing. Don't ever start dancing like your old man, like your father. Yeah, if you get on a bit. See me, I'm still a wicked dancer. Fancy smashes it. Nancy Hammond's Double Portion album. Okay, super. Double portion. Supersize me, Jesus. I'm not making this up. It's on the album cover. Don't get so upset. The Holy Ghost and the side of fries. Oh dear. Let the Spirit fill my belly. Better than on your belly. Let's double portion of thy Spirit be upon me. Well, that's the dirtiest thing I've read in a long time. I feel disgusting. You are like the worst nightmare ever for anybody, really. But she's probably somebody's mother. Okay, relax. We're going to lose weight. No, we're not talking about sexercise. We're talking about me scaring you to fucking death. Romark. Sharing My Treasures by Sue Cowell. Sue, you're a fucking disgrace to humanity. Sort your fucking hair out. And you spooky fucking kids. All kids are spooky, but they're like Stepford kids, aren't they? Yeah. They would report you. They would definitely report you. Have you noticed how spooky the new kids are going in this realm? They've gone proper little Hitlers. Stretch forth thy hand. One day at a time and much more. Sung by the sisters Helen Davison. Let's have a look at them. Sisters, not mother and daughter. They might merge into one big woman. It happened to me the other day. I seen two seagulls merge into one big seagull. I was looking out the window. Teenage party. Yes, next is LSD and an orgy. It's probably not, but, you know, more innocent times. Here's more than enough. Yes, it's what's wrong with everyone. Piling all their shit into their shit. I'm disgusted with the whole of the realm at the moment. I'm going to have a little think about it all with you all now. Okay, we're going to look at the Statue of Liberty, but I'm going to come back. Share some Brian things. Are you there? 506. It can't be still the same number. 449 of you watching on this channel, and you're watching on the Celtic Tartarian channel. I completely forgot about that. So I've been talking for now. There's nothing wrong with them album covers. Completely permissible in the world. So, thoughts about the Matrix. Now, the Matrix history. The official history. You know about that, do you? That's what they get in history books, and it's all about chronologies of royal families and battles that don't exist and all complete bullshit. We've got the real history. We know what's going on. And there's no putting the cat back in the bag. It's tough shit. So, if you were born in a different history, would you still be the same person that you are today? There's no such thing as time. Time is a construct, as you know. And once you get the grasp of that, this time travel philosophy of the past being in the past when it is not actually in the past, but it is now. And to find out the future, you must look to the past. So the past, we are taught to look back in regret. Don't look back in anger, I hear you say. But if you look broader than that, you find that our past is back to now. Right now. Okay, so there is no history as such. It's all happening right now at this moment in time. You see, if you were on the streets of 1900, in 1900, you existed in 1900, you're still there in that timeline, as we are existing in 2022 in our timeline, right here, right now, the same time as they are in their timeline in 1900. Does that make sense? And it happens for the whole of history. So when we wake up, everybody, that means the whole of reality, the whole of history, simultaneously right across time, that doesn't exist. So phonetically speaking, the word Baal, B-A-A-L, okay, they don't use a sound or a symbol, Baal, 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 phonetically. And it's in so many words, including their Baal, what they think they're living on. What about coerced? Coerced is in the company of a hearse. So when you're being coerced, you're in the company of a hearse. Any more etymology, send them to me. The word breakdowns are very important in unveiling secrets. Martin, you look like a German. I knew, Eddie. Well, that wouldn't be beyond the bounds of possibility. I have a Germanic background. So Eric Clapton, let's read that out. Excuse me. For Eric Clapton, is waking up to see his stuff on YouTube. Yeah. We tried to get hold of him. Mark Devlin tried to get hold of him, couldn't get hold of him. The guy who recorded my September convention in Birmingham with 300 people that disappeared with a film. His work before he recorded Flat Earth British was Eric Clapton's interview, that one, and then he fucks off with all my data, all my film, and definitely wouldn't let us have it. So, all feels a bit iffy to me. I don't trust any of them. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm really not in a position to be trusting them. Okay. No hippie tonight. Oh, she's gone for a walk on the seaside, I bet, Brian. Karen Dirt, good to see you, lovely. Hey, lovely. Love to the Ozarkage. Oh, Lucille Ball. That's a good one, Mars. Yeah, as well. Belfast City, I know quite well. I like Belfast a lot. Been there twice. Ball. Yeah, but phonetically, it's just how many words, it sounds the same, like bar, ta-ta, bar, ta-ta. It's the same word vibrationally. So it's a tricky one, but I knew what they were doing there. Seen what they were doing there. So what you saying there? Don't like me warm. Sorry, I don't know what that is. Matt, oh, fuck me. Right, Michael DeSilva's in the house. Mohammed, good to see my brother. The moon might be a reflection of... okay, no. Never going to go away that. Chris Lamb. All of these different weird dialectics and weird things that just spring up and shit out of nowhere on the internet to get everyone thinking stuff and keeping you away from the prize and not advancing any, because that sort of thinking you're not going to get anywhere with, because it's flawed. As soon as you can prove the moon is a physical object, that would be a good start, but you can't. Don't know anything of our environment, guys. We don't know when we are, what we are, or what we're doing yet. And that's the whole fucking point of what we're doing on Flat Earth British. We come further than academia. Okay, well, the philosophies that we thought of realities now. Gareth, good to see you. Mark Twain. Margie, good to see you. I'm going to solve that. Looking after 80s has vegans. No, they didn't have vegans, mate. Everyone was on pot noodles and Vista curries. Looking good, Martin. Oh, thank you, Ginger. That's nice. Makes me happy. Tom Stanley. I'm reading. Don't know. Happy vibes. Good to see you. Okay, but Jersey Bob, bye, mate. I'm Carios is in the house. Memory Man's in the house. If you are watching and you are lurking, I'm Helen Keller. Denier. Yeah, she's always with Charlie Chaplin and other stars. Definitely part of that. Yeah, I doubt. They say terrible things happened to her, and she was a blind, deaf, and dumb girl, and all of that. But just the films and all of it, it's just them. The whole world is a fucking show, guys, and I'll show you now some information. We're going to carry on anyway. So next we're going to look at the weird arrival, apparently, a gift from the guy who built the Eiffel Tower. Gustav Eiffel gave New York a present, and it was one of a couple, or a few, Eiffel Towers. This one was the biggest, and apparently got delivered on a ship, and then they rebuilt it in New York, take it across, and then build it on a Starfort on Fort Wood on the island of Liberty, which pre-weirdness Mandela effect used to be in New York. Now it's in New Jersey. Shiva is a man, Fairchild. Is that so? Hi, Joy. See you, lovely. And Jolly Man's in the house. Jay's in the house. BB's in the house. Annie D. Teach no compassion. Estelle, good to see you. I had a vision of Shiva. She wriggled her tongue at me. What do you make of that? She's going, no. Fucking put your tongue back. Sounds spiteful. Banshee, good to see you. See, I'm not actually buying it. I don't even know what they say that, you know, I'm going to show you something on really interesting on the weekend, actually, a message. It is mind-blowing. But it's got me thinking a lot about this angels and demons thing that is apparently a part of our reality. The angels, or the gangels, as some people call them, they seem to be really, really nice and helpful and all the rest. Is that the case? Well, we'll have a think about that on the weekend, whether or not they are as nice as they seem, and because they are to do with like the entire destruction of humanity. They do tip people off, but some of them, I don't want to go into details. We'll talk about that on the weekend. Demons, some of them apparently are not all monsters and doing bad shit, according to some narratives. Who tells us about all of this heaven and hell narrative anyway? I call bollocks on all of their bollocks, guys. And I can, and I will. I'm not buying any of it. This is a dream. Okay, we're in a dream of a dream. And we can shape this place. And we're in like somebody else is out there having a nightmare. They need to wake up because it's shit. And we're going to take this place back, obviously. Shiva is a male, is it, Dave? Oh, all right then. What's J. Warren saying? Angels are angels, those who have veered off. Yeah, well, we're going to look the watchers. We'll talk about the watchers. We're going to go maybe a little bit. We're going to go a bit Enochian on the weekend. We're going to go Enochian. We're going to think giants. We're going to think about all of that as well. What do I know about Hamity? Nothing, doesn't even ring a bell, sorry. You'd have to prompt me. Okay, back to juice. Now we're going to look at the Statue of Liberty, its weirdness. And, oh, sorry. Oh, God. I should build in. There you are. And it got delivered, and it's a dude. I've looked into it in the past, and there's other images of it being an older statue in the past out there with the same torch. And I supposed or proposed that what we're looking at is the face of Lucifer. It looks a bit pissed off, doesn't it? His face is all frowny and that looks like an English lord's wet, sweaty lips to me. And yeah, so it's the Phoenician as such, I guess. And it's got unpacked because it's been delivered. And they're going to put it up on here, which is, you can see the bottom of that huge plinth, which you're going to put it on. Look, that's weird inside, isn't it? That's all it is. Some sort of technology going on there, I reckon, with the, if they did put it up and all this isn't bullshit. So why is he so like, I can't get down the stairs? Maybe it's windy. They're holding their hats on. Maybe they're high up. So was it there before? I don't know. So this is the crown. I showed them my last post, that foot. And this foot, but these are for the Statue of Liberty. That's the plinth of Starfort wood. Bottom Starfort wood. And there you are. America of today. Oh, okay, thank. Yeah, it's all gone a bit queer, hasn't it? Jesus loves you. It's got the Jesuit thing on with the heart as well. Look, he's wearing a pair of gloves, like the Queen does. Doesn't want to touch that. So there, she looks like she's Zeke in it. Zeke. That one looks fake as shit. It's a vanilla sky, scaffolded out. UAP. If you haven't watched UAP channel, get over the UAP channel on UAP and watch him. He done a post in the past where he was saying this is all faked, and it looks fake. This looks fake as shit. So in the past, in some images, you can see this image of what looks like a Phoenician goddess, and she's got like a beaming head, and you actually get like a laser coming out of the torch as well. And nowadays you've got, this was replaced in the 80s. She looks nothing like that one just now being deboxed, but the same headdress as basically the Whore of Babylon, We've seen pictures of other stones under here, larger. This plinth, something going on with that. John Levy's mentioned that many times. You can go in there, but it's just massive, isn't it? And there's a landing platform on it there as well. And then you've got this Greco-Romano fronting on 4 sides. Huge masonry, huge masonry. Yeah, something definitely going on there. Could be an older structure. And they put it up, you know, put it together in a park, stick it on a badge, trace it across and get it up to the top of that. Sounds stupid. And that looks fake. That's fuck. Looks fake. And the torch before it went up there, they had it in Central Park near the lake. And it turned into a cafe and it's just there. But this bit's been replaced. It looks completely different colour. It looks blackened on there. And there's Fort Wood, the Starfort. If you look at my thumbnail for this video, it looks like a device. It looks like something would charge up and either cover the thing in a dome, protecting and sending a blast wave out. It looks like a weapon. And something that could protect you. This thing as well on Fort Wood. It really, really does. Or portal technologies for stepping in there and you step out in another city somewhere. That door, massive door under Fort Wood there, right in the corner. Do you see it? Huge door. That's interesting. But interesting, they stuck it on top of a Starfort, especially what we've been looking into. And there is the bit when they're knocking up in the workshop, which looks like just wood to me, mottle and daub type of affair, where she's holding the book. So they constructed it like that with what looks like plaster in Paris. Then next thing you know, it's copper and it's a mute statue. It just doesn't ring true. And all of the dimensions are off. It all looks fake. Fuck. And this is our evidence that all of this happened, is these couple of dodgy photographs. Apparently they had all of this gantry and stuff in 86 there to get this face and everything built up on it. But the photographic record of that affair is like non-existent. You've got the opening, which is a colour pencil postcard, and then you've got what looks like all bit of Britain. It's crazy. You've got this housing estate on Fort Wood, which is crazy. You've got jetty for the boats. But all of these houses are really run down, actually slums. So the greatest monuments in you know, welcomes you to America from the West when you come from the East, and you've got all slums around it, which look really out of place. But they're already, all this got flooded, I wonder. The Flatiron is a really Flatiron building under construction. Is the first proper, they say, skyscraper in New York City. They use this in the Boys series as a hideout. This is interesting. This copper thing here, all the way along the top, this wire. So I'm not doubting that was built. There's photographic evidence of the Flatiron. But it is an interesting building because it's so thin, and I like the name. It's got flat in it. So this is the sort of evidence for the Liberty being built. Is postcards like this, which just altered. So yeah, these buildings got this big sort of completely different to that earlier photograph. If you look at it, so all of these big buildings, and you've got the stars and the moons. So I'm guessing astronomical signage to do with the occult. And that's supposed to be Lucifer. Anyway, that plinth is so out of proportion on that island. It's massive. It's massive. Something going on. I was wondering if the plinth was on the Starfort originally, maybe. Look at the size of it. And this is all, look at that. Little doorway half covered. That's interesting. And this looks really weathered. This looks cleaner. But that does look weathered. That looks like it's the old, you know, ground level, DPC level. Yeah, really interesting plinth, that, I must admit. It does make me think. So there's the doors there. Very Greco-Romano. The effort gone into it, though. So huge. And then later on again, on exhibition, in some sort of exhibition room, the torch before it goes up. Because it's all been built all over New York City, apparently. There's different personifications of the Whore of Babylon. There's many, you know, it's how many of them versions are there's Minerva, there's so many, and it's all her or him. So that looks fake. Vanilla sky, that can just be superimposed there. That don't even look like it's there to me anyway. What's that say? Comp suck. Yeah, it sucks. Sucks to lie. Oh, let's have a look. There's 2 aerials there. These bigger buildings, yeah, they're right there. So they would have been military stuff, I guess, when it was just a fort. Weird. And that is actually Native American Indian. And it's got fasces underneath and a lolly for control. So even Native Americans are Pocahontas. She went to meet, that looks like a Masonic symbol. She went to meet Queen Victoria, Pocahontas. Apparently they got on famously. I don't know, a Native American princess could get on famously with Queen Victoria. This is in the House of the Senate. And again, with Liberty, Whore of Babylon, Babylon the Great, fasces, serpent entwining, creating a charge, eagle wings open, showing you that they've got advanced electromagnetic technology. Interesting. The Red Cross, which we just looked at on Switzerland, and it's covering the entire side of that. Might be something to do with World War II, Red Cross, who knows. But yeah, the evidence is really weird, guys, for the Statue of Liberty. This is the smaller one in Paris. They've got a smaller one, which is identical, again, attributed to Gustav Eiffel. But that door is interesting. Okay, just showed that. Okay, moving on. Oh, there is before the gantry went up, and this is all of that, apparently. And then a statue appears on top. So that seems good quality photograph. And then it goes from there. And then there's like just shitty photographs of the gantry after. I don't understand how it could jump from good to no evidence at all. So there's John, who I've gone off completely. I really have. I even turned Imagine on. It came on automatic the other day. I turned it off. I was like, no, don't want to listen to it. You're so disappointing me, John. All of them babies covered in bacon on your album covers. And there's a high possibility that you're Luciferian and something to do with murder and everything else, like clickety-clack. It's black then, isn't it? Maybe it's just copper oxided since. Right, so there's up on the top. Now, you can't go up there no more, apparently, to the viewing platform. It's been closed for donkey's years. Apparently some damage received in the past. What does it say there? July? Oh, Independence Day. So this is the same one rebuilt, is it? Because that looks completely different. Again, different face. Again, I don't get it. Sorry. Show the replicas. And there it is again of personifications of the same goddess that you have, or doodage. It's a Statue of Liberty. This is in Baalbek. And as you can see, Liberty, Whore of Babylon, is very much Statue of Liberty. Because it's Babylon. As is Britain. As is Britain. Oh, that is interesting, isn't it? Look at that for a Starfort. It looks just too big. It looks disproportionate. It looks too big. This plinth, I'm saying, for the whole thing. Something about that. Something about that. So there's the Wright brothers, another bullshit fiction, put with another bullshit fiction of something that's, you know, see how they link the two together to solidify the narrative. And there's the flame that was replaced in the 1980s. The other one is tarnished. Tarnished from all the laser bolts that were coming out of it back in the past, you mean? See how many photographs of the torch? And there's a landing platform on it for balloons. And there's the fake ass photographs. Okay, we're moving on. Statue of Liberty, I call older, and then photographs are highly questionable, is what I'm saying. All right, shipbuilding. before we get on to more images of the day, because time is moving on. Mithras as well. Thank you, Anne Walter. That's the word I was thinking of. Margaret Walter, excuse me. Okay. Under the stock exchange. Okay, so these are different shipyards. We got some in Britain, we got some in Spain, and we got some in Philadelphia. So apparently, the first ironclads in the American Civil War, the first iron ships, they say that the English fleet had copper hulls, which they got from King Copper, which was the city of Swansea in Wales, where they picked up all the copper that they put on the bottom of British naval fleets. Until then, they were just wood. They were just wood. But Leviathans, I mean, the shipbuilding is just massive. And this is in 1860, but they're not showing you evidence of any steel ships. What you do get is a load of top hatters. And, you know, Brunel's building steel ships at this period. He's building the Great Eastern, the Great SS Great Britain has been completed. And this iron ship here, first of the great iron ships, that of all, except the SS Great Britain, so you can visit that, ceased to exist because they just left to rack and ruin, which makes no sense whatsoever. And here's the Galley, or the ship, steam powered, so it's got an engine in it, but it's still got sails, but full gunnery. So I wouldn't like the broadsides off that. She looks like she's made of a mix of metal and wood, but a massive vessel regardless. And there's a steamship there. There's paddle steamer. And paddle steamers are made of, this one's made of steel, and lovely little bows on that. She looks a powerful, good seaworthy ship. So they had steamships made of metal back then. But I think they were made of metal right the way back. I really do. I really do. There seems to be a mixture. Look at the size of that. That looks like it might be a submarine. That looks like it might be a submarine. That's interesting. Look at that. Little, well, that's bricked up, but little workshops. Look at that one listing. So they're going to scrape the barnacles off, repaint it. She's wood. Never ceases to amaze me. They used to go all of these places with, that's in France, in Marseille. That's in Marseille. With just wood and clinker or wooden laid over wood with, you know, oils or resins to seal it. It's just like, what? Easy to repair. Easy to repair though, and wood is really buoyant. Look at the size of this bows on this ship. So she's in a dry dock. She seems to be wood. Reinforced bows. Is there a figurehead on that? Can't see. She's a sail ship. Cool. That's a bit dangerous, isn't it? Just on a scaffold plank. Well, they're going to get the barnacles off and get it back out to sea. Massive ship. Look at the size of this development. The size of that. That's a load of wood. I don't know the size of the galleys really were back in the day. Some of them, the Argentinian, I think it was, a Spanish ship. Absolutely huge. You know, hundreds and literally 400 cannon on board some of these ships of the Spanish main back in the day. I ain't even joking. Imagine what they would have been like. Well, I often have. This is in Philadelphia. They were doing shipbuilding in Philly back in the day. Huge dockyards. In Britain, they build ships on the Tyne, which is in Newcastle, and the Clyde, which is like Glasgow, etc. Clydebank. And they do shipbuilding there, but they've just been building a load of military ships for quite some time, which look really bland and not much happening, but apparently they got all of the armaments in the world, and Britain don't need an army anymore. You don't need an army full stop. You can go and fight a war with drones, and that's what they're going to do. It's not going to be like soldiers fighting soldiers. It'll be bombs dropping on civilians from afar by some spotty teenager who was brilliant of fucking Grand Theft Auto or Metal Gear Solid. You know that's the way it's going to go down. Anyway, we're moving on. Images of the day, because I've been talking for quite some time. But it doesn't matter because I've done a 6-hour video, my last post, and I've done like 12 hours of content last week. And I've done a 6-hour show, and like 17,000 you still watched it. So 6 hours. This is Alex, who's conspiracy mystic guru, who's in Spain, and he's seen this mural on a wall. So that's the weight of bullshit on your back, look, guys. They say that Atlas had the globe on his back. I'm afraid that's not the case. Atlas had the celestial sphere on his back, and they changed it in more recent times to put a globe on it. It was never a globe. It was a celestial sphere always. Thank you, Sergey Pie, Hannibal. That's really kind of you. Yeah, please share this out if you would, guys. Yeah. There's not many shows out there, you've got to admit. It goes for hours of constant fucking juice and humour. Please share this out. Ego-free internet. Here's Megan Fox here with her 3 sons, look. This is Hollywood in the modern day. She'll tell you she's a fella. Yeah. She even says in that film, Jennifer's Body, yeah, that's how the killers actually got famous. So the killers kill Megan Fox, they chuck her down a well. She's got to drink blood to stay youthful, like in the film Jennifer's Body, but in real life, because she just admitted that she drinks blood. Oh, it's only for ritualistic purposes. It's not about human blood, bitch. And she's already said, yeah, I got a big knob, she said. So Megan Fox, yeah, she's like fucking Angelina Jolie or Madonna, though. They just goes and buys kids. Oh, that's nice. The kids are us in like Addis Ababa. Oh, I want to buy a child. How much? Oh, that's a cute child. Can I have that? They go and buy kids, them freaks. Anyway, the difference between our cousins in America land. In America, it's, hello, cunt. No, you just can't call me a cunt. That's way over the line in America. But here, it's, hello, cunt. Morning, mate. How's the family? It's just a word. It's just a word. So, Clint. Okay, I got a lot of faith in you, Clint, that you were never, not an Epsteiner or anything like that. So he was good looking and suave in the background. Anyone says that he's not, he's going to get a fistful of dollars. And he still can hold it together at 160 years of age as the mayor of Colton, California. Yeah. He's still hanging in there. Him, Robert Redford, yeah. Men. Men are the men. Men. Not like now. Okay. Now they got Brad fucking Pitt, who wears a dress. I've been thinking about Johnny Depp as well. We'll make a decision about Johnny Depp. There's this old bird, Winona Ryder. Gosh, she had a fucking thing about Johnny Depp, didn't she? She's in Stranger Things now. She's looking hot as well, Winona Ryder. And there's fucking Angelina Jolie, yeah, with her chapped nasty lips when she's with one of her girls. Oh, there's Brittany Murphy. So here they are back in the 90s. So she's like gone and bought half a dozen kids somewhere, or if it says they're hers, and just apparently they are. That's the way it goes. So I used to really like Winona Ryder. Oh, right. I wonder if they told these actors in years to come that they would only be good enough at insurance adverts. This is what's happened. So he's all right. He's left alone, Scientologist. He's not going to be bothered. He's best. He done a dance. He done Saturday Night Fever with Lady Di. Lady Di flirted with John Travolta. And let's be honest with one another, guys. Saturday Night Fever is a fantastic film. It's all gang fighting and all. That's proper boys' film, guys. Yeah. Now, Samuel L. Yeah. I'm afraid he's acted himself white in the end. Okay. I'm very disappointed with you, Samuel L. I thought you were the man, but you work for the man. Apparently. Now, let's have a look at you. You were in From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah. You were God's warrior. Yeah. What happened to you? Yeah. Now you're on insurance adverts in Great Britain, and you're a serial killer in his spare time. Yeah. Definitely a serial killer in his spare time. I'm just chucking that out there. I get away with it. Quentin to his friends. See, in 1970, yeah, if you said Quentin, you'd probably get a smack. It's like, you want about Quentin Crisp, mate? No, an American weird pedo-y type. It's all fine. Cracking film, though. But obviously psychologically scarred about what happened to Ving Rhames. Never been able to look at that man in the same light again. But it wasn't his fault. You know, Gimp, Copper and that. Yeah, I know. So there he is now. Okay, he just flew his plane in. Olivia Newton-John. Ooh, Olivia Newton-John. Yeah. So I'm not sure if they're switcheroonies. There they are in 1978. We all went to see Greece. I went to see Greece. I came out of the cinema like literally dancing or walking like him, like Danny. Yeah. We made out under the dark. No, we never. Yeah. We stayed up till 10 o'clock. Yeah. Do you know what I'm on about? You probably don't, do you? He's a T-bird. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Okay. Sandra Dean, apparently, she was one of the Pinks. She was like a 40-year-old actor. Did you know that? You got to do your Greece research, guys. Oh, right. Talk about Johnny Depp. No, he was good, wasn't he, Johnny Depp, in Pirates of the Caribbean. We all love a bit of Jack Sparrow. So there is his daughter, his offspring. They look a bit like him. It looks a bit like that Penelope Cruz he had that terrible cooking habit with in that film when he was with her. I think there's a possibility that Johnny Depp is one of the only last heterosexual actors, along with Clint Eastwood and Robert Redford, in Hollywood. Wouldn't you say? I don't know. Oh, Iggy Pop does my fucking head in. He really does my head in. He just wears nothing. He's a short, old man with, let's be honest, he got more wrinkles than a Tetley tea bag. And he's like lust for life. He looks like he's going to fall over and smack his face at any second. Here he is in 1990. I got a lust for life. I got a lust for life. Look at that chin, guys. Yeah. Roger Ramjet. Yeah. See, that doesn't look sexy. That looks scary and trippy. So, yeah, that's Iggy Pop and the Stooges. So, I grew up in Ely, right? Council estate in Wales. Like all council estates in Britain, right? We had choppers. Did you have a chopper? Did you used to do this? Line up people and jump them with the ramp. We did, but I was never stupid enough to go on the end. Okay. I was like Evel Knievel. And I don't care he got a name, Evel Knievel. I'm going to say now, openly, to the world, I love Evel Knievel. Evel Knievel is a true hero. He's brilliant. Don't take drugs, kids. Okay. Don't listen to your mother and father, kids. No, he did. He actually said listen to your mother and father. But he was a good man, and I love. Hands up who loves Evel Knievel. Hands up who has an Evel Knievel doll. Anyway, the bullshit that's in the papers this week. We're going to look at some current affairs. We do that on Flat Earth British. I hope you're still engaged. I hope you're still here. And I hope you haven't choked on your coffee with some of them things that we've been talking about. Okay. Green fingers, urgent warning to gardeners. Soil will increase heart disease. Don't go gardening. Gardening will give you heart disease. Don't breathe that fucking mud. Get in. Put a face mask on. Don't go in the garden. So that's the sun. Don't want you gardening. Now, experts warn certain sleeping positions could increase blood clots and heart problems. And it's been fact-checked. Mind you, they don't bother with Flat Earth. They don't fact-check that. That's a fact nowadays. And, I think I'm having a culinary arrest. I just poo myself like that. Now, they're just dropping excuses in the media because everyone's like dropping with heart attacks and strokes and blood clots and all weird stuff. And they're just making excuses. In America, in Germany, they said, oh, you all got to take cold showers. We're saving on energy this winter. And they're like, yes, okay, Hans, I think that's okay. We'll do that because they're polite. Only they're saying in the press, like, guess how you get heart attacks? Yeah, cold showers. So I think they're trying to kill you all Germans. Don't listen to your fucking Buana, whatever her name is, Hitler's daughter. Don't listen to her. Energy bill prices may cause heart attacks and strokes, says TVGP. And that's in Wales Online. Okay, that's in February. So, awesome. See how they're just scaring the shit out of everyone, or trying to, if you give a shit, that is. So, it may. Entirely new kinds of highly reactive chemical found in Earth's atmosphere. It could trigger respiratory or heart disease or contributing to global warming, scientists say. So, They are just spilling shit out into the media to make excuses for why everyone's fucking gonna drop dead, and saying, oh, all these heart diseases and all, you can't breathe and all that because it's all shit in the atmosphere. Well, don't have that. Okay, but it's global warming. You need a global warming, I'm afraid. You ain't got that. Solar storms cause up to 5,500 heart-related deaths in every given year. An approximate 11-year cycle, the sun blasts out charged particles of magnetized plasma that can distort Earth's magnetic fields, which may disrupt your body's clock and ultimately affect your heart. They're running out of excuses for what really is happening, aren't they? Not really. They come up with loads and loads. Look, your blood thickens and then clots. What extreme heat can do to your body in extreme high temperatures and natural disasters. So that heat wave, or you're going to have a heart attack of anything here. Whatever. Ever noticed how Hollywood has billion anti-Hitler movies? Not one single movie about Lenin, Mao, or Stalin. And they're the craziest motherfuckers ever. Maybe it's time you notice that. Okay. Oh, Bob. I still be thinking about that all week, about you being a serial killer. Oh, so bad. So, remember painting these clouds as a kid? Yeah, me neither. It's a fucking good point, that, guys. I used to draw loads of pictures, and I always used to draw fluffy clouds. I don't ever remember drawing chemtrails. Do you? So there's a thing, isn't it? Think about that. Shout out to all the fighters. Yeah, a battle that most people don't understand. Keep hanging in there, guys. It's epic. Everything you see on TV is scripted performance for the purposes of shaping your worldview to benefit the power interest running the show. Well, that's going to be over with very soon because, as I've said, in a slightly happy voice, we're going to take over. So, Justin Trudeau, okay, is a carbon copy of his old dad, isn't he? Castro. Castro sounds like castration. Castro. Yeah, I don't think Castro was anywhere near as cool as Che Guevara. Didn't even look cool with a cigar. So my generation was this, yeah, mosh pit, certain death, black eyes covered in sweat, shaking and deaf for days after, right? Yeah. Now, just hold your phone in the air, make sure nobody gets too close. Somebody might look at me if I dance. It's like, what? Whatever. I remember reading propaganda in history books and thinking, wow, this is so obvious. Nobody is falling for this today. Why was I wrong? Did you used to think that, guys? Because it sounds so stupid. It can't be true because it's not. Okay. What fascinates me is that hardly anyone is wondering what we're actually doing in this world. Most accepted the work, eat, entertain, sleep cycle as life and have no desire for deeper understanding of our purpose in the universe. So all that, like, materialistic caper is not going to get you any deeper understanding of the nature of reality or consciousness, it would seem. If this systematic oppression doesn't piss you off, then you're on the wrong side of the spiritual war and you're too comfy wumpy as a slave, really. If you are thinking about all the things that they've done to you in your life and thinking, well, that was none too fair, maybe you should think about coming back home, okay, to your people and getting the fuck away from your slave masters and stop consenting. Everything we do is through consent. We don't have to do it, guys. All of it, actually, it's the whole thing. We don't. We've been tricked. We don't have to do it. Remember, kids, if a stranger offers you drugs, yeah, tell them to fuck off, especially if it's the government. So yeah, you wouldn't they tells you, you wouldn't go and score like street drugs, would you? Because that would be really dangerous. But you're supposed to just take him off of a doctor and trust a complete stranger because he's got a certificate or what have you, degree, which says that he's allowed to give you these things. And they just make everyone into addicts. Everyone, that's all they do. Fucking can't stand doctors. Deceased COVID-19 vaccine recipient payments and funeral costs. So that's what they got now. Vaccine recipient payments and funeral costs on the government website because people are dying of the vaccine. A mind conditioned by the system can never see the truth. I completely agree with that. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. And I completely agree with that. No, he's trying to be happy. You just be happy by default. And if anyone pisses you off, don't let them. So like, just laugh at them. Because there's odds on they're just self-projecting all of their insecurities and wankiness on you anyway. And they're probably gel. That's usually the case. Jello. Symptoms of new Omicron variant of coronavirus. A number of heart-related complications may occur, including heart failure, arrhythmia. Oh, I can't say that. Arrhythmias, heart inflammation, and blood clots. So they just, it's not even a secret what's happening. So, yes, UK men in the UK getting ready to comply with the new mask mandates. Oh, I love my mask. Oh, I love my mask too. Oh, I love my mask too. Everything's fucking wrong in this place. This is me. Another great day to wake unvaxxed with no mystery juice floating around in my body. Doing God knows what. So it's not, but that's nice. All of them vaccines I had years ago, though, I'm not too happy about. And I did have a shit ton of illness as a kid, but I haven't done it like 25 years or anything. So, because I know it's all bullshit. That's interesting. Looks Starforty as well, doesn't it? Spirit, water, fire, earth. Vivi, very, Venesium, Vivinus, Visi. By the force of truth, I, while living here, conquered the universe. Fucking A. I read that at the beginning. They fear love because it creates a world they can control. And God, guys, that is so the truth. That is so the truth. They fear love. They fear us. Not the other way around. People have been scared of them. Fuck what they got. They're a tiny percentage. There's lots of us. Lots and lots and lots. There's millions and millions of truthers. Wide awake and knowing what's going on. The placebo effect is scientific proof that we have the ability to heal ourselves. Our thoughts are powerful enough to bring things into existence. And that's the key, guys. We heal ourselves. We manifest our reality. And we bring in that, usher in that new world as our purpose as indigo children. Ah, cool. Jesus, I'm a split. After this one, I'm going to walk on water. What you won't be if you're smoking Gorilla Glue. You'll be stuck to your chair. No, I don't think I'll bother walking on water. Anyway, let's have a look at some pics of the day. Oh my God, I have been speaking for a long, long time. You're still there on my own. Hi, Fish Killer. I feel retard. Yes, we used to be Tartarian, now we're retardia. I agree. So this is in the Olympics. This American woman, yeah, she never got shot by the SS or anything. She's rushed out of the crowd and she's like, she's American. And she'd give Adolf a big kiss and a cutch, like literally on film. You can see this on film, on video, on YouTube. And he's in hysterical laughing. He loves a clat, yeah? It doesn't actually ring true with like the homicidal maniac killing everybody that they make out in the weird, CIA propaganda mission against him. Like, they don't mention Stalin. No, he's our ally. We'll send him loads of shit. But didn't he kill like tens of millions of people in the countryside on his ethnic cleansing thing? Yeah. Well, what? Mao, isn't he a nut? A cultural revolution and killing everybody in his country? Yeah. Well, he's not killing all his people, is he? No. You are. If you reach 30, a new miracle, a face bra. Yeah, a face bra. New beauty, new youth, new face loveliness. So you got a face bra. Or you can wear it over the top of your head. Like little Nick in the film, Little Nicky. But if you go to bars, somebody could come along and start touching your head. This is interesting. From conception to adult, the seed literally is the brain and the spinal cord. From a seed to a tree. I don't know if this is a bit much. It might be racist, I'm not sure. Japan soars to the highest temperatures ever recorded, 106 degrees. Nah, I don't believe in nukes, so that's okay. I can live with that. I'm not so sure about that. So let's have a look at some of the technology in the past. This is a dynamo. Look at the size of that bike chain. They're fitting a dynamo or something. It looks like a big dynamo. Might be wrong. Might be a big furnace. But the size of shit in the past. So these are advertised like they're doing mind reading on my Facebook. So look at him with the all seeing eye. Anyway, October 1967. I am not 55. I am 18. 37 years experience. So they give me that because I'm like born in 1967 in October. This is interesting. Copenhagen Starfort System in old maps, overlaid on today's existing beautiful port. I love Copenhagen, and it's still very much there. Look, as I guess Geneva's one would be. We talked about on the front of this post. Right, let's have a look at some old photographs of Europe and wonder what's going on with that, for example. Now we've seen these things. There's one there, loads of wires coming off it. We still have no idea what they are, but we suggest they might be some sort of free energy devices. And I can't remember where that is, but it's in France. I can't remember how to pronounce the name of that place. I'm sorry. Also in France. Look at that. Doesn't look like a ship. Even has a bows. Just exactly like a ship. That's beautiful. It looks like Ghent. No, Bruges. Bruges is beautiful. I love Bruges. They light all the canals up with lights and stuff on the buildings. And it's just a beautiful place. So they had it pretty spotless, didn't they, in the past? One thing you don't have in the past is dog shit. Is this an open WC, maybe? So, gin. Komplunkti gin. I think we're in Russia here. There's an obelisk there. Look at this on top of mud. Can you see that? Just on top of a mud hill. That's interesting. Okay, let's move on. That one is definitely gas. That one there, that's gas. So some of there's like literally hundreds of thousands of photographs in the archives that I've gone through on our channel. Since the 7 years, 8 years, whatever it is now we've been posting, guys, right? I've literally posted, God, I can't even say hundreds of thousands. It must be of pictures. A lot of them I see twice. New ones show up now and again. I'm like, where have you been hiding? Yeah. And a lot of them have been thought out and put out there into the public domain because there'll be a narrative attached, just like there is with contemporary music. I wonder where that staircase goes to. And where's he going with? Is that a briefcase? No. So he's going up there in what looks like Florence. A beautiful city. Back to Russia. All mud and shit outside. Nothing going on. Open market. Open sewers. And you got these big, massive, beautiful things in the background. So the mud came down that way by the look of it. Come and buy some new cobble for your street. What are they? Blocks there and blocks there. They're like bricks. They are bricks. And bricks there and bricks there. Oh, well, they're selling bricks then. Build yourself a brick house. King of the castle. Poseidon. On top of Phoenicians, yeah? And another French port. The size of these buildings on the quayside, though, guys. And steamships in. It's all beautiful. You don't see any of this wrought iron affair in the modern day. And I really like wrought iron. And it's definitely a tech. Check this old picture out, look. Whoa, look at these buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-story plus masonettes. And they definitely look mud flooded. The size of them, though. On that bridge, wow. Across the railways. Wow, there's some massive buildings here. Wow, that's a beautiful photograph. And looking at that, see us Edinburgh. Wow. So, in the day of motor carriage, got a Model T Fords happening. But remainder of the old world still there. Antiquitech, domage, and look at all this old architecture. A lot of it gone. So use out on the step some Russians, or Tartarians, if you want to call them that. Wonder where he got his burn from. Smoking. What's he smoking? Where'd he get it? And they live in teepees, just like the North American Indians, or Utes, or whatever they call them. But a little bend, you can knock up in no time with a bit of tap, and you go home. And then they move on because they're nomadic. And they seem healthy enough and happy enough. Don't need schools and all of that for their kids. They teach them the real stuff, like how to grow and survive, the stuff you're going to need. So more of the old world. Water tech still going. And this is in Spain. Antiquitech resonator. It's rather pretty. It looks like a bit of a fort thing going on, a castle thing going on. All right, massive door. Spooky child. And an angel on a dragon. So that would be the Archangel Michael, who's definitely going to be a player in all of this, according to Enoch and the Book of Giants and other stuff that we'll be talking about shortly. That's somebody getting their hair cut under there's barbers under the arches. I wonder what that is. There's one there as well. The railway comes through here, and there's people hanging around under the bridge in the old world. That's nice. Look at that. Got a bit of the old Adeline. Goat walking across the road. Could be a dog, though. Jack Middleton. That looks a bit like York or something, but that's England by the look of it, surely. So what sort of stuff did they do in the old days with their beautiful wrought iron stained glass windows? They made cotton. How can cotton be that important anyway? They got the cotton, the Silk Road, so they're getting the silk cards, silk used for clothing. But how many people were in the world that they need to get entire caravans to bring silk back? Something going on with that as well. So mud-flooded Russia, which is buildings literally in the mud, which you get in lots of parts of Russia, Omsk and other places. They haven't got infrastructure, just boards and wood, and all of these big buildings are in the mud because they had a bad mud flood event there. So here we are in Germany by the looks of it. Bit umpa. Blank panels, Phoenician architecture everywhere in Europe, everywhere, and America, and Australia, and New Zealand as well, right up there. It's crazy. Oh, White Cliffs of Dover. We're not going in the sea. We're going to be completely dressed. Oh, Lizzie, come away from the water. It burns. It might burn you. What's that slit in the cliff there? White Cliffs of Dover. Here's a whole load of Phoenician gone madness. Look at this. Look at the decoration on all of this. It's just every inch covered. And that is in Seville, place I've been to. Seville in Spain. The shells, the Phoenicians, the whole thing's there. The whole thing. So, tiptoe through the tulips, through the tulips. So in Holland, they have weed and they have tulips. And beautiful women. So yeah, that's what he's got. He's got tulips in his garden. Nice, isn't it? They live nice in Holland. They got it nice in loads of places. Denmark got it nice. Oh, Denmark. How Britain wishes we were like you. The country's gone to shit. Cultural Marxism is rife. Everything's gone to poo. Gain of the nation. Yeah, this is Holland. Or it could be actually Copenhagen. These lovely Dutch sort of houses, but they have them in Denmark too. They're narrow because the rent is paid on the narrowness of the street. I wonder what that is. Outside Kazi for all these tenements which look mud flooded, like they do in Harlem or Queens or in anywhere, New York or any American city. So what do you think they talked about back then? Do you think they moaned about the same stuff they do now? Like taxes, electric bill. Oh, my electric bill's in my, oh, you don't see what the fucking much he charged me. I see him leaving the immersion heater on all day. I told him about leaving it on. It cost me a fortune. Oh, he leaves the immersion heater on in my house. So that going on, probably. Or probably not. They probably don't moan. They're probably philosophizing. They look like they might be philosophizing. Do you think the Earth's flat, Marjorie? Oh, I don't really know. Looks flat, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Well, probably is then. Yeah. Don't they say it's a ball? Think about it, Marjorie. Yeah, that's stupid. Sorry. Here's some of the gargoyles on Notre Dame Cathedral, which is covered in like proper evil stuff, yo. Because it's a church, it would be. Right, let's have a look at this lady who's got the really weird, abnormally shaped hips. She had something done to her. Hola. Who's she looking at exactly? She's not looking at the camera. So that's a weird dress they wear in Spain in the past, isn't it? That's a glass plate. It's cracked. This was done on glass. Excuse me. Anyway. Let's have a look at some of this square. Look at the size of these statues. Why that big? It's another, again, it just looks out of place, disproportionate. Look, another one of them. Another one of them. No electric, no advertising on them, just there. They're everywhere. In Britain as well, we got them. I've seen one recently. I've seen one in the Czech Republic. This is interesting. Look at this. The size of that tower block in the background. And this is in the Alpine region, Germany. Size of these castles and these buildings got massive. They're like 10 stories, 12 stories early on. But I can't see many people. One there, one there. It's a bit dead. That's a nice picture. That skyscraper's weird, though. Right. The film Alien, yeah? They shouldn't have had Alien. They should have had Emu. Do you know about Emu in America? You should do. He fucked up. He battered Carson on a chap show. He was an attack emu. There was a guy called Rod Hull who lived with his hand in his backside. And he attacked Grace Jones. Grace Jones punched him. So the score is this guy's got this emu, which is totally aggressive. He takes him on chat shows all over the world. And the emu attacks the chat show host. I think when he done it to Russell Hart, you think he'd wet himself on screen, but he would. You must pay Baal, take him away, bailiff. No shit. That's why you have the bailiffs come into your house. What, Karen Dirt? Time for me to move along, doggy. It was DTS, everyone. It was great. Oh, thanks, Karen Dirt. Love to the dog. Smooths. Give you smooths. Love to my son as well. Oh, thanks, Karen. Oh, love to you and Rob. And give that dog a smooth from me, please. So here's the weird shit they want you to believe. So the sun's going, meow. The Earth's going like 66,000 miles an hour. This is like in 1 year. And the moon's doing that around us at the same time. And all of it's accelerating different directions all at the same time. But that doesn't matter. The stars in the sky stay completely the same year after year, after year, after year. Nothing changes. They're nutters. See the stupid shit they got people believing. Just tell them everything. You ever seen this? It's called blue lightning. Really unusual because it doesn't start in the ground by all accounts. It's a blue laser that shoots up at the top of a
weather system, and I've not seen it before. So lightning usually starts on the ground. Oh, it does. It does. It started there. Okay, I didn't see that the last time. Funnels up, gains energy, comes out in a blue lightning, blue laser. So have you seen that before? It's not quite a sprite. It's something completely different. And it shoots a blue laser up as well off the top. So that was captured this week, which I found on Facebook. DNA look like. Hey, Mel. Good to see you. So this is Megan, who's now, this is what she was up to. There's a few photographs out there, and I'll show the other ones. This is what she was up to before she was with Prince Harry. So it looks like she was having sex with old people. That's where she got a job on Suits. So, and look who's buddies with his other paedophile mate, Elvis the Pelvis. It's like, oh, you got yourself a 14-year-old bride, is that right? It's like, yeah. It's like, you're in my gang. Handshake, handshake. That looks like a Masonic handshake because it is a Masonic handshake. Oh, Elvis and Jimmy Savile, Buddy and Irap. It's both a couple of perverts. Right, I'm coming back for a second. I'm going to say hi to you all, as I've been talking so long that I probably could die over talking. Is anyone there anyway? Oh, there you are. 539 of you talk here in total. So, hey, Mellich, good to see you, lovely. Oh, yeah. Nothing to see you ever, Mark. Just move on. Nothing to see you. Nothing learned. Bad internet connection, extra in Germany. Oh, Florin. Go and stand out in the street. Patty Murphy, your view on SVC. Kind of dummy. Megan's a man. No. Martin Haley. But she was a man having sex with all people. Invented to leave Matrix. That's a good name. Intent to leave the Matrix. So Gareth. Happy birthday. I don't do birthdays. Bad news, man. It's just predictive programming you into the grave there. Blow another candle out, another year older. So, I've been busy this week. I went to a funeral, mate's funeral, and that sort of, I don't know, made me think, really. It's weird. It was a humbling experience, hurtful, but it was like, fucking hell, how these people think of me. You know, I had like friends just like literally from school I haven't seen for fucking 40 years, setting eyes on me and breaking down in tears. Just couldn't believe it. It was like, God, these people just think so much of me. So it sort of shook me up a bit, really. I was thinking when I left, it's like, I made special. He was a true legend. And he had a hard fucking life. Smiley boy in Ely. He was fucking just had a shit time in the 70s and all that. And the coppers was always nicking him in out of jail. He never did anything wrong. He was always getting the blame. And, well, they killed him in the end. Mellich patrolling, squirrel sniper party. So, yeah, I got like a Saturday float as well. So that'll be 2 days' time. So this is, how many hours are we in now? 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. Coming to 3 hours. I'm not getting yet for that. I'll show you a little bit more stuff now. So yeah. Please, nobody call me on Skype. That would not be good. I'm live, obviously. So, hi, looking. What are you saying? What are you saying? Oh, that's Moxie. I'm going to go through now. Retro's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. No, it's cool. It was like all the boys together, man. I tell you, it was fucking brilliant, empowering, you know, because they're all mental, hard as fuck, every one of them, guys. You never fuck with any of these people. And they just got no respect for, like, we were all talking about these, like, new hoodie gangs, you know, these boys on scooters and all of that, how they just ain't got no respect like they used to have. You know, they don't, like, do the good old respectable crimes of old days, guys. They do, like, killing families, selling crack and heroin. I don't give a fuck for no one. So I found temper coming in. It's like my blood was boiling and thinking about it. United Crypto, good to see you. Squirrel Sniper. Patty Murphy, no chain. Do you ever remember a singer in the 80s called Patty Boulay? Patty Boulay.
Remember her? She was a good singer. Yeah. It's just a Patty used to be something completely different in my house. It was a name for a certain part of anatomy. Good to see you, Steve. So every time that came on, I just pissed out laughing. It's like, Patty. Yeah, he was a wizard. He wears the same clothes as Neil deGrasse Tyson. So it's like what we just seen on the Starfort. So it's half moons, stars, and all of that wizardry stuff that they wear. Just a colloquial term for pussy's going to burn in hell. Baby boom. Yeah, they're spitting them out like no tomorrow at the moment. My friend's got like 5, 4, 3, loads of grandchildren all in 1 year. It's like, it was COVID, wasn't it? So they all stayed in. And like when Boris Trump said, oh, no, you mustn't be shagging. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, all right then. That's a like code word for we must. Everything is coming full circle. You know, it's exciting, isn't it, Zal? We've been through a lot, though, and it's been a long ride. It's just like, you can't believe everything that's happened. Elvis departed at the age of 42. Yeah, it's just, he was like so super cool looking, and then he went to shit, didn't he, later on, all in burgers and stuff. It's a shame, really. Christian, not really, if he was one of them. Momi, good to see you. Patty Murphy. She's communicating with Squirrel Sniper. I am crypto. Jesus, crypto fucking oh dear. So, there we go, bro. Fat Maxstrom. Red Cat Goblin. I saw Elvis once while it was Halloween. Really? You seen Elvis? Well, you're probably in America land. So you probably could. Jack of all trades. But look, let's just stop there on Red Cat so we could rub shoulders with you. You knew Elvis. See, I'd say that now. One of my mates in chat knew Elvis. I've seen Elvis. Same difference. I've seen Nelson Mandela. He's my mate. He's not my mate, but I met him. I love it when I make it to the lives. I'm glad Jack of all trades. We do have a laugh, and I'm literally existing now at this moment in time at 11:16 in Great British shithole Isles, which I'm totally unimpressed with, by the way. So, yeah, how many of you, hands up, if you want to have a jolly, Flatearth British, other truthers, okay, dare I say famous, or whatever they call them, but truthy heroes, I'll say that. We're going to splat Brian's in a beautiful location, and we're going to investigate about Nikolai Tesla, find if this can really happened, and do a flat Earth experiment, which I will beam everywhere in the world. That'll give them, like Simon Dan and all of these bum boys, a lot to be pissed off about, won't it? Good, because they're fucking having it as well. So, just soldier, just soldier, just soldier. Did you like that? Don't do that again, you just said, didn't you? I won't. Retro. See, Chris Lamb. Elvis was swapping dicks with Jimmy Savile. Well, Jimmy Savile is said to have been dicky knocking with other famous DJs. Dicky knocking with them. I think it's a colloquial term, DJ. I think it means something else like DJ. Did Jimmy pair up with Yorkshire Ripper? I don't think the Yorkshire Ripper was actually a thing, Chris Durgan. I don't believe any of that. He like literally wrote his own name on a note to the police. It's like, give him his address. They won't come and get me. Bob Sykes, bless my brother. Martin, is it possible for a kangaroo to jump higher than the Statue of Liberty? Of course, the Statue of Liberty can't jump. I don't know about jumping. You could probably put her in a cannon, shoot it over the trebuchet. You could trebuchet. You'd have to get a net at the other end because I wouldn't want to hurt a kangaroo. And trebuchet that kangaroo over the Statue of Liberty. So feasible, doable, sure. Sure, Bob. Good bit of science there, my friend. I'm a brilliant man. Thank you, Lookins. Double fat thumbs to infinity thrice. Thank you so much for being nice. Royal baby born 2 weeks old. What, you mean it was only 2 weeks grown? So it was about that big. Abiathintataria.
Rubia, Tartaria. Sorry, my eyes are just shit. I've been talking for 3 hours. I know a guy who knows a guy that pumped gas for Elvis. Fucking hell, Dallas. Yeah, you name dropper. He pumped gas for Elvis. It's not a gross. This place is just amazing. The things that happen here is just amazing. Having said that, guy, you would be really surprised of the people that watch me. You wouldn't believe it. Seems I'm a star to the stars. A lot of people watch me. You'd be fucking surprised. Thank you, Martin. I thoroughly enjoyed it tonight. Mac, I'm glad I could help. Make sure to come back sooner. I got some good shit to come. And it's all collected. A lot of it's collected. All written down there. Elvis would have punched that turd. Well, Brian, you built like a brick shithouse, mate. So I don't think it would have been a problem for you to hurt Elvis in fisticuffs. Everybody was kung fu fighting. That should be the theme tune to my area. Yeah, massive tannoys, kung fu fighting, Carl Douglas. Except was a little bit frightening. You probably don't remember that, do you? There was funky. Don't worry. I was enjoying my Carl. I had a literal buzz on at my Carl Douglas moment then, guys. That was brilliant. I'll do that again later on my own. GTV, best moments. Good to see you. Wilco. Hands shake drugs. Roger Wilco. On that, Esley. D. Gareth. I read that one. Right, let me scroll through up to some more. If you are watching now and lurking, don't. Okay? Because I know you're watching. Yeah. Because you like mention my shit. Like later, I was like, funny, I didn't see you in chat. DNA, look like I read that, didn't I? No, dear. Can't dummy. An ostrich will kill you with one kick. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen an ostrich in real life. They are rather queer looking. But they're nice. They're nice. They're a bird. So Viagra. I thought that was vagina. It's not Viagra. Kirk Islam, I don't know what that is, mate. Vividness. Good to see you. Fuck me, I'd be doomed if I had some of that. Who's the boss? We're the bosses, guys. They just don't know it yet. I think we'll have new leaders. Leaders are not good. We'll have a conglomerate. No, we won't have a conglomerate. That sounds like blood clots. Oh, we'll work it out. Don't leave all of them. That bit's to me. I'm not good with all of that. I'm good with the making it happen bit. But the rest, it'll all fall in place. Blue emu is amazing for pain. Yeah, emus can run like fuck, can't they? You can't catch them. If you're trying to catch an emu, you can ride an emu. You can get on an emu. You can ride a cow. I used to ride cows. They go like stink. They're really quick, and then they bucks you off, and they stink. After you got on one, you stink. Pissed myself laughing at that. Did you, Salvi Cat? She had it coming. Fucking know it, mate. Yeah. I'll tell you, there's a lot of people going to have it coming because there's a lot of like badness in this world, isn't there? There's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of twats. Shills. Fucking hell. On your rash sometimes. But that's a good sign, really, because then I know I'm really upsetting everything. The apple cat and rocking the butter Noah and getting on their nerves. If I didn't have all of that heat and all of that shit happening, I think I was doing something wrong. Emu Pito, yeah, it was probably Chris. Probably, mate. Probably Rod Hull. Yeah. May 15th, 2014, Phoenix returns. Oh, goody. Another apocalyptic date to look forward to. Good for YouTubers because they can talk about it until a date. But when it passes, yeah, they're not a business. Happens all the time. I've seen loads of people calling dates. Never call a date. Patty Murphy, good to see you. Is this reset they are planning going to be a mass kill off? No, they've already done that because they got like half the population to inject themselves or get injected over and over again. 5G chems, it's all part of it. The reset's already happening. Happened. It's just a matter of time. And it's pretty shit as well. This is the worst retardedest reset in history. And everyone's proved themselves, or not everyone, high percentage of population prove themselves to be cowardly custards. No good in a spiritual war, guys. You can't get your money back on this one. You're in it, or you're one of them. So, gargoyle sightings in Texas. Yeah, real gargoyles. They're supposed to be real, I know. Just your average statue, Chris. Okay, right. Thank you all for popping by. I'm going to be diving off very shortly because I need a drink and I've been talking for too long. Almost 3 hours. And you need to catch up on this in order to catch my next vlog. Okay, so much love to you all. Hey there from New York. Good to see you. Should have stood. A lot of people should have. Can't believe they just sold themselves out like that easy. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. It does me in. Martin is heavenly. I'm not. But I'm trying. Hugh, dragons will be dragons. And Jungle Juice. One name. You good name there, Jungle Juice. I like that. Bobo Jangles, you're talking about the day's chores. I haven't got day's chores to do. It's fucking 11:30 at night. What I do got is neighbours. I finally made it to a live event. How the hell am I? Oh, Jessica, I'm fantastic, thanks. Oh, I'm having fun being Flat Earth British, being with you guys. 500 people. Just chewing a fat, knowing a score, feeling fucking fat by it all. Yeah? Feeling good because you're on a winning army. The army of righteousness. No, I don't, Martinliedtke. Denmark is fed. Oh, is it? It's like fucked as well, is it? They used to have hugel. Yeah, everyone coaches and stuff, and they eat good food and nice stuff. Hey, Martin, greetings from Amsterdam. Hey, mommy. I know a Dutch swear word. Hofdamme. Porridge rock. That it was. It was holy as fuck. It was like Edam cheese. Yes, it was. It was like Pete Postlethwaite's face. Probably don't know who he is. And rest his soul, because I liked him. Yeah, it's flat. So flat it hurts. Darren Daz Cox. Okay, good to see you, my friend. I can't read it anymore because I literally could see double words at the moment from talking and stuff. Is this microphone better? We'll stick with that, okay? We'll stick with that in the future. Judge Bob, good to see you. Safe home. Loans, what are you saying, my friend? Salute from LA. Wow. Another one of your Mexican fans. I've got a Mexican fan. He's called Open Minded. He's got a shit ton of subscribers and he just shows the pictures off of you. And I went in his chat feed the other night and he fucking stopped and turned the show off. Embarrassment. I was like, I'm happy to talk. But he went like, uh-oh. I've been busted. Probably thought I wouldn't see him. Worldwide Ghost, street cleaner, was up in court killing someone with his brush. In the court, made a sweeping statement. That's silly. But knock yourself out. You got any jokes? Hiya, Florida. Good to see you, Martha. Lovely. Zal, tuna fat with Mo Sampson. No, sorry, no time for either platforms. Yeah, I don't watch much YouTube. People keep sending me videos, so now I'm really off it. I watch a few of no, I don't really. Crap, I rather read books. I got fucking hundreds of books. And I get more buzz from reading books and watching shit on YouTube. Gypsy, good to see you, love. All right, I got to go. So thank you very much. Make sure, I want to thank everybody who has helped me in the past, supporting Flat Earth British. I'm halfway to getting myself out of the ship. Got a bit of a way to go, but it has given me that bit of mental clearance necessary to do the research that I like to do. Because if I'm not like doing like fantastic, I get terribly depressed with it all I do. I'm like, that was not good. I'm like, being as like Flat Earth British is the best in the world, doing what we do. I want to stay that way. Yeah, YouTube, the best. You know it, brother. Anyway, thank you for that. Make sure to subscribe, as I said, to all Flat Earth British channels. We have 4 of them. And I will be back for Flat today. I've got a lot there. I should be able to manage a Flat a day show.
So make sure to share this out. Like if you did, because it's important, and subscribe, which is important YouTube stuff. Okay, thank you everybody. That was an awesome night. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. What's that? Looks. What's that about Mark Twain? A minute, mate. Martin, theory on why the women in the 1800s had long dresses, which was covered their arms. Look into Mark Twain's book. He mentioned tons of ashes around the environment. That is interesting. Settling on their skin at that. Suppose you know the earthquake gone off on an airport outside in what's an airport in Iceland. So I wonder if we'll have all the planes called off again. So loads of love back, Melage. Thank you, everybody. Been really lovely. Another good Thursday. Chapter legend. There you are there. Ka-ching. We won. Good at this, isn't we? All right, then. Double flat thumbs to Infinity Thrice. I got to get going. I'm getting worn out. It's been a long show, and I want to be back in a couple of days. I'm Mickey Wallbanger. One love, my brother. Didn't see you there, my mate. I'm Rosemary. Oh, and Cobra. Oh. Hugh, Mac, Chris, Viv. Oh. And Taz. Or Titslania. Tits and Titslania bum screw. Yeah, thanks for that. Another awesome show. I think we'll finish on that. Thanks, Jersey Bob. Could give me a super sticker. Oh, thanks, Jersey Bob. Potentially that will definitely help. Jungle Juice. God. Anthony Suso. I gotta go. Sorry, Ant. Much love to you, my brother, though. Andy Suso in America land. Quidius. Oh, Laura's in the house. Hugs to you as well, Laura. Who's the other squirrel, curious squirrel, who's not a sniper. Like a sniper. Squirrel. Is. Intent to leave the Matrix. And Darren, thank you for popping by. It was lovely to see you all. Thank you all for bringing your vibration. Thanks for all having a good time. Knowing how to let your hair go. Hang down. How to have a good time. How to laugh. How to love. And how to be truthful. How do you feel now? Told you. All right, see you soon. One love. I gotta go. No, Mo. I gotta. It's hours. I gotta. Anyway, stay strong. Shine that light. Bright. Yeah. Dazzle them. Fuck them. Dazzle them out of this place.